This video is under fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticisms, comments, news reportings, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing.
CCNTV, bringing you captivating news since 2019.
Welcome. Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Politics and Wellness. I am your host, Captivating Christian, along with that guy over there, the handsome older gentleman, otherwise known as Brother Nate, not Pastor Nate.
Oh no, nothing holy here.
But the other Nate. It's Tuesday. Hey, everybody. Do note that your waiter or waitress will be around with your drink of choice. My drink tonight is a nice Merlot because it's that type of night. Because it's a lot of stuff and it's full.
Oh, it's a Merlot night?
Yes, it's a Merlot night. Wish it was that low in the streets, but it's not because it's a lot to talk about. Yeah, so how you been? How's your week been?
Been doing good. And yourself?
Great. Not bad. Can't complain.
Very good.
Hanging in there. But hopefully all of you, your weeks are going well. Your week has been going well thus far. No complaints. All I see is my welcome. So hello to everybody in the balcony. Thank you for watching. So let's get into all of this right now. All right. So, of course, as always, if you're new here, we run through stuff that is important first, and then we get to the shiznits. Because, we got to know what's going on in the world first. So the first story, of course, Asian Americans. Yeah, we're not talking about your local Chinese store or your nail salon, because I do your nail. We are talking about Asian Americans are now said to be the largest voter registration increase in years. And I wonder why that is.
For the likes of me, I don't know why.
I have no idea. I don't know. Part of me thinks it has to do with a Southeast Asian individual of heritage. But, I don't know. I don't know what it could be. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they feel a way about getting that hate crime bill across that, people call the Asian hate crime bill. I don't know. So basically, the article, you can check it out. It's Yahoo News, otherwise powered by NBC News. They talk about the increase of Asian American voters during this time of the rise of Miss Harris, and basically saying that she possibly has something to do with the increase.
I would think so, because they normally have a very, very low turnout. They usually don't participate. Now, I always figured it was maybe the language barrier
Or they vote the other
because
end, I thought.
what's that?
I said, oh, they vote the other end. I thought, you know.
Yeah, I always figured it was a language barrier because all the ones I've ever commented on, the younger ones,
Mhm.
you might get a couple that vote, but definitely the older ones that still, that English is definitely a second language.
Second language, yeah.
Yeah, that they just don't participate at all.
Hmm.
That's what I see, around here.
Hmm.
Because they are, they're not first or second generation American.
Right.
So they definitely don't. Very seldom you see them participate in anything, unless it's Asian.
Right. Yeah. That is very
Hmm.
true.
Yeah, so I
So,
always figured that they did that too, along with voting.
mhm.
So
Yeah. So they basically talk about how their increase has about 43% since the last time we voted, which was in 2020.
yeah,
Um,
but even the news doesn't even discuss it.
no, no,
I don't
no,
see them. I don't see them doing town halls with all
no,
Asian folk,
no.
which they should,
They
because
should.
I want to hear I want to hear their perspective on
Yeah,
things.
I mean, just like Telemundo does it with a
Hmm.
large Spanish, I think they should too. Because I'm curious to know everybody's kind of take on what they expect, what they look for,
Hmm.
um, because those things are never openly discussed. We speculate, what many other groups may want, what they actually get, but we never really have those where we are sitting in the room hearing exactly
Hmm.
what.
Yeah,
Uh,
because you always hear from all the same groups,
right,
black,
right,
gay,
right,
women,
right, right,
and Hispanic, and
right.
that's pretty much
And
it.
then
But you
certain
never hear
ones,
from
not even everybody. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and you never hear from the Asians or the Pacific Islanders,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I
Well,
guess they're the.
I'm happy to see that more people are engaging, regardless
Hmm.
of the ethnic background that they may have. The engagement is what um, we all look for, especially in elections like this, midterms, and others. You want to make sure you keep people engaged, not just for this, but for future elections. I think
Yeah,
that's important, and that keeps things moving in the right direction.
and I
Um,
hope that they're probably remembering China. That's enough to
yeah,
get under
yeah,
your goddamn
but
skin.
that too. Remember, you caused again, like we'll talk about that too, but like the Haitians eating cats and dogs and pets and geese and shit like that. And you say these things, and it's like, oh, well, I just gave a speech, or I just said, but it incites people to do acts of hatred. You know this,
Hmm.
and yet you don't give a damn. And that's the part that I'm like, how do you have this person? How do people even see this person being a leader, a president that could at any moment turn something where you're supposed to be the president of all people into an attack on an entire group of people?
Oh yeah, he'll turn on you in a minute.
Yeah, let's like
As soon as you blow in that dog's face, he's gonna snap at you.
well, that dog probably has some bad breath, but um so in the next story, Pennsylvania Supreme Court rules that the mail-in ballot, if it has an incorrect date, it won't be counted. Now this I was kind of torn either way, because to my understanding, that's how it always was. If it's postmarked for the day
Yeah.
that it's supposed to be, regardless of what time they receive it, it would still
Mhm.
count,
Yeah, as
right?
long as it was postmarked.
Right. So as long as it was postmarked for that time, it would still count. I'm not sure. Like this was still kind of vague in a sense. So
And I think they did that on purpose.
Yeah, because I'm not sure. In reading
The
this, I was
wording,
like,
that wording's because when I first heard it, when I read it, and I was like, oh, I can see an old person really being upset and either
mhm,
not dating it at all, and then it may bounce back because it
right.
doesn't have a date because they want to wait until they actually. It's like, well, is it going to? Should I put the 2nd of November, or should I
r-
put it the day that I receive it? I
Right.
don't know.
See,
And that was done on purpose,
ha,
and the
ha,
wording
ha,
was done
ha.
like that on purpose.
Yeah. So that's why I'm just like, well, what made you even? Well, I mean, I know what made you interfere in this, of course, but it's just like it's already set that way. As long as your ballot is in, well,
As long as it's
you sent out,
postmarked,
well, as long as you sent it out before the deadline, right?
right?
They would
Hmm.
honor it when it came in.
Right.
I mean, let's not forget the Postmaster General is still the Postmaster General, who, of
Hmm.
course,
They did not.
is
They did not get rid of him.
no, ever. And
Mm-mm.
he should have been the first one to go.
Because that bull with him is the same bull that we have with our government officials.
Right,
Because he has to be voted out,
right, yeah.
and then
But
they also have people
but
still
he
in
has the
place.
power to put more people on the board to get him out. But he didn't do
Hmm.
that either.
Of course not.
So um I don't know what that's about. I mean, I don't know. It could be a hey, if you don't prosecute me, I won't, I'll stand down, just let me keep my
Hmm.
position. I don't know what it is, but it's just very weird. Um
Yeah, I mean, because remember, he was snatching up mailboxes. He was taking out
right,
machinery,
right,
and
right.
he wasted more money because they ended up scrapping machines that they used.
That they used, right, that were
Hmm.
good, perfectly good machines.
Good
So
machines. Hmm.
it was just a dumb mistake.
Talking about wasteful.
Right, right. Not the conservative party,
Oh no.
not the fiscal conservative party. Wasting? What? Hmm, who would have thunk it? So, yeah, definitely check that out. The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania dropped their view, I guess, so to speak, on what they consider, which was still not answered, uh, about mail-in ballots. So definitely, those of you in Pennsylvania, you might want to check that out,
Hmm.
because the deadline, I believe it said, let's see, subject of, they don't say. They
They
just
don't
say
give a deadline.
deadline 8 o'clock p.m. on election day.
Oh, okay. So November. So I guess it's up until the actual election day, as long as it's before 8 p.m.
Right.
that you can just mail it back. Because you know how usually it's like you mail in.
But how
Well,
do you? Who gauges that? The person that stamps, like, then now we're talking
yeah.
Dimple
Well, it has to
Chad.
be with. I guess it has to be with, like, on the premises of the post office. So it has to be in the box. You
Right.
can't. They can't bring it up. They can't bring it up the next day.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's
If
that.
if they if
Hmm.
they if they go and you get the stamp on the envelope, are we going by the stamp on the envelope, or are you going by
Because
opening
try
it,
it. No, it's once
checking
it's
the date?
physically there. Yeah. Once it's physically, they'll probably have people out there. Because I know down here at our main
Uh
branch,
huh.
they have they have a couple of mailboxes, and
Right.
every hour on the hour, it's emptied out. They're all emptied out.
Okay.
So say like after 12 o'clock, it may be emptied out, but it's separated,
Uh
and that's
huh.
the next day. That's the next day's mail. So they'll probably do it like that.
Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. But we shall see come election day.
Hmm. It's gonna be a mess. I can feel it. I can
Yeah.
feel it.
It,
I'm
it
glad
is.
I'm off.
It is gonna be a mess. It is indeed. Speaking of mess, There's more mess, of course. A conservative editor-in-chief appeared to use a racial slur when referring to Haitian immigrants. Of course,
Oh yeah,
he was on the
that was
show with
loud and
Megyn
clear.
Kelly, and it was very loud, extremely loud. As a matter of fact, I think I could share it. Let's see if it allow me to share. Let's share screen. No, I don't think it'll let me share that one. Let me see. Oh, yeah, it will. This window. Alrighty.
But Bob, finally, he said something to the effect of, look, if we have to create stories in order to bring attention to what's happening, the media, he admits they made it up, right? As opposed to, and if you listen to the full clip, he says, by drawing attention to what's happening on the ground, it's just,
right.
As this
like
line goes online, you don't hate the media enough. Go ahead.
You remember Alternative Facts with Kellyanne? They did the same thing. She wasn't saying you make up fictions and pretend they're facts. You bring other facts to bear on the debate that are being ignored. And that's what he was saying. And I think it was in that interview where Dana Bash says, the police have gone through 11 months of recordings of calls, and they've only found 2 Springfield residents calling to complain about Haitian migrants taking geese from ponds. Only 2 calls. And I think one lesson of this whole story, people don't care about geese. People really hate.
Yeah, let's run that back one more again.
Found 2 Springfield residents calling to complain about Haitian found 2 Springfield residents
one more time
to complain about Haitian migrants taking geese from ponds. Only 2 calls. And I think one lesson of this whole story, people don't care about geese. People really hate geese. They all things.
Or do they really hate niggers?
Haitian migrants to come and take geese off the golf course, right? So it's pets.
Yeah.
It's the cats and dogs has become the standard. Geese clearly don't matter.
I mean, I read online they're protected in Ohio, so you got.
Oh, come on. Just utter bullshit.
Right.
Utter bullshit.
I tell everybody, it doesn't matter where you come from. You're all everyone's a nigger.
Yeah, right. It doesn't like get it. I really just don't.
Mm-hmm.
This is their party is cloaked in conservatism, right? In fiscal and in white Jesus. But the underbelly, under them sheets, unveil them bitches, is pure just that. It's hatred.
Mm-hmm.
They just learned how to cover it up and kind of, play along to get along. It is.
That's
like
right, because that sure was in his mind at the time. Them niggers.
There wasn't no slip of the tongue, but even to go back real quick, shout out to the Justice Department for once taking a stand on these motherfuckers making up this lie and bullshit and really coming after these people for spreading these lies and false shit about immigrants and or Haitian immigrants in particular eating cats and dogs and shit, because the people, the bloggers, the random people who put shit together like this was real news, they're facing charges. Okay, the department's not playing with them. That's why homeboy got on the news talking about I don't know nothing about it. Somebody sent me something. Yeah, because they've been knocking on his door, because they're not playing with this type of shit, because it incites violence to other people. Not doing that.
Right.
So I get it. You may not like the woman. Cool. But keep it on the facts, people. Keep it on the facts. All this spreading false information and all that going around, like, yo, do your research. That's what it's for. Stay out of these conspiracy theory bullshit. That these mofos get paid, okay? And the Justice Department is cracking down on these YouTubers that taking this money from these conservative sites, like people that support Megyn Kelly and all these others, to put out this bullshit, and they're getting in trouble. But you don't see nobody in the Republican Party, champion to helping these folks out. That's why they're turning, because they can't afford to get in trouble, not no Justice Department trouble. So please do your research. And again, if you don't like her, cool. Just vote for who you want to vote for. But all this stuff that's endangering other people, especially people that look like us, regardless of where they come from or what language they speak, when you see them, you see yourself. You should. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And the fact that nobody is saying, oh, whoa, on that side, that happens to be black or whatever you want to call yourself.
Oh, they're not going to. They're
Saying
so
something like, hey,
indoctrinated.
this is a bridge too far. When you got the two dum-dums, two weirdos, okay? Oh, well, we just say anything to get the news going so y'all can pay attention to us. So we'll just keep saying that it's true, even though we know that
Yeah,
possibly
but people
it's
get
not
hurt
true.
behind that stuff. They've already had
That's what I'm
bomb threats
saying.
and they always go for the soft targets. So it's definitely in their genes.
But I
Okay, to
mean,
go
you
after
pick a
schools and
group,
everything.
yeah,
You
but
pick
you
a
pick
group
a
of
group of
people.
individuals that your own government brought them here, right? So they're here not illegally, but legally.
Not illegally, but legally.
In a white town, and then you have him point the finger to directly, this is where it is, this is what's happening, this is what they're doing, and you think what everything is just let's not act like we don't know what happened to those two election workers that had to go before Congress that won against Giuliani for millions and millions of dollars. So much so this motherfucker gets drunk every time he has a public appearance. He's so delusional and so lost. He don't know what to do with himself. And you went from being what, America's mayor, what they used to call him because of 9/11, to what? The drunken uncle? This shit is real. This shit is not a game. I mean, it's so bad. This motherfucker tried to have another assassination attempt because somebody in his camp is so banking on this is going to get you votes. You cannot tell me otherwise. You can't. First of all, he's a former president. Okay? They still get Secret Service security. So truth be told,
but now he's talking about he needs more.
Nobody's getting close. Okay? All this shit is orchestrated. Like, get with it. Wake up. It's orchestrated. He's a television personality. All he knows is television. How to get ratings, how to get attention, how to do it. So clearly, the first one, it didn't hit like it was supposed to hit. Then all of a sudden, what happens now? He bombs at a debate, which of course he was, because what? You don't have no zingers to throw at nobody. And the minute she talked about your crowd sizes, anything you had went out the window, because all you concerned about is, oh no, we have large crowds. No, we can look and see at the crowds difference between you and some. Like, I'm not. It's like, what are we playing here? Are we just gonna believe him because the words come out? It reminds me very much of YouTube. Like, somebody will say something and the people just believe it because they like him or her. And it's like, but the reality is so different. But you'll still go with it just because. Like, for what? Because it's entertaining. But this is somebody's real life. Like, these are real families that are being attacked by fellow American citizens, quote unquote. Because the person
by the cult members.
Because the person that they want to vote for is basically saying that they're eating pets and dogs and cats and rabbits and all this other shit. And then the videos that these motherfuckers are sending out. Somebody sent me a video of this man chopping up some sort of animal, right? And I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, and not saying that the person that sent me it was dumb, because they were just sending it just to show me that this is the type of stuff that's going around. But I'm just like, if you look at the car behind him over his shoulder and you look at the license plate, it is clearly a long ass license plate, which will
Oh,
let
another
you
country.
believe
Yeah.
that it's Europe somewhere, either London, whatever, wherever. It's not here. But that's the type of shit that people get, and they're passing it around and all types of dumb shit. And it's like, what's wrong with you just looking at something objectively and going, oh, that's not even from here. Look at the license plate behind him. He's in Europe somewhere. And Lord knows what it could be. Could be a goddamn lamb. But no, we sitting up here just because we're talking about cats and dogs. Oh, that's a cat. That's a dog. And that's what they do. Like, yo, we are the only people that allow not only ourselves, but others to talk about us in such a demeaning way and say nothing. But we will defend saltines. We will defend anybody else. Don't you say that. Don't you say that about the good old Trump man. He's a great man. Don't you say that. He has done a lot for us. And you ask, well, what did he do? A lot. I got a stimulus check. I got this and that. How? Who gave it to you? Who really did give it to you? Then you fuck the world up when you say, actually, it was Nancy Pelosi who gave it to you.
Mm-hmm.
She sat on her old white pussy and said, here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
I guess at her age, it's not nappy.
Only Puffy
Probably
would
bald.
know that.
It's probably bald.
Puffy knows. I'm sure Puffy knows.
Good evening, everybody in the chat.
Hey, what's going on? I can't. The chat is not even pulling up for me, so I don't.
Hey,
I just see
Melissa,
a few
girl, how
people.
you doing?
Hey, Melissa, how are you? But so I don't know. Like, hey, T Danielle, how you doing? Hey, James, what's going on, sir? Who else is in here? I don't know. It doesn't say. So it'll probably populate for me later. But hello, everybody. So anyway, I'm over the fake. Like, let's not play. My issue with Black conservatives, how much are you willing to ignore? How much are you willing to ignore? What's the price of that? Right? Like, is your dignity and respect for sale, up for grabs? Do you hate yourself and your people that much that that's the type of shit that you settle for, that you're okay with? Because your reality is, because your comeback is, oh, well, they use the same thing and we call ourselves that. And we use it in rap lyrics and all this other kind of shit. Again, there we go, making excuses for the saltine, right? But just like when they deal with her, is I need to know her policies. I need to know what her agenda is. Because I'm not voting for somebody and I don't know what their agenda is. Bullshit. You voted for him and you're going to vote for him again and you don't know what the fuck his agenda is. And you know what? Newsflash, he don't even know what the fuck his agenda is because he doesn't have one. He never did. You know what he did? They said, this is good. Is it? Okay. This is good too, sir. Okay. This is good too, sir. Okay. Now where do I go to get, when do I start collecting my money? Well, you could do what you want, sir. Oh, sure, no problem. So every time I go somewhere, I'm going to have the Secret Service stay with me in my hotels or my buildings, and I'm going to charge them everywhere I go. So if I got to go to Eastern Istanbul, bullshit, Turkestan, wherever I got to go, we're going to find a Trump property.
That's right. I'm going to get paid
there in the Trump property, and I will get paid every visit. Not only that, but I'm going to have my hotel here in Washington, D.C., and the people that want to speak to me or want any favors from me will fill out a whole block of hotels, even the presidential suite, for days, weeks, months on end, and I will get paid. That man made hand over fist over fist. And some people will say, oh, well, yeah, that's smart. That's business. It's robbing you.
Right. Because, whenever he had something that he used his hotel, that they would block out a couple of floors.
Yeah, but I know. I know. Not only that, he talked bad about China, and y'all be like, yeah, he's bad on China. He's bad on China. Bullshit. That's show. That's show. Because behind the scenes, he's making deals with China, so his daughter can get all these.
I was gonna say, if not him, it's his daughter or is it his
His
kids?
daughter got all these extra like patents from China to do her business and sell her fake shit. So yeah, you walking around thinking, oh yeah, he's doing great, and they're making money. Buku money. She done made about $300 million off of selling her products that came from China alone.
Mm-hmm. I
Now
wonder if
let's
there were
not
any.
mention-
I was wondering if there were any tariffs on her stuff. Because you know who paid for it? We did. If you bought anything from
Exactly.
China and you wonder why the price was so high, China
You
did
wonder why stuff
it
is
hit the
so high right
consumer.
now? You wonder
Mhm.
why stuff is so high right now thanks to his tariffs. You're still paying for the shit. This shit didn't go away because he went away.
Mm-mm.
No.
You'll never have to worry about them going to war with us when they could just rob us.
I mean, I'm not understanding these things that every president gets to invoke. These stuff stay around for years.
Yeah.
This stuff doesn't just go away because the person goes away.
And they hope you forget. That's the whole thing too. They hope that you forget.
Right. I left them with such a booming economy. No, you did not, sir. You took the surplus that you got from the black guy that you act like you ran against, which you didn't. He was already leaving. You took that surplus and you squandered it. You gave a tax credit to the very wealthy, right? And those of you that have big salaries, some of y'all, saw a little bit of something, but it trust me, it wasn't nothing compared to what the corporation head saw. Nothing.
Oh hell no! Nobody got anything. It's called the trickle down effect, and the way that it's supposed to work is, as the companies make money and make profit, they're supposed to pass it down to the employees, which they don't, because they'll bank the money because they want to give it back to the investors, and they may even do what's called shrinkflation. That's why you have less product for the same price or more.
Hello, somebody.
So if that dick seems a little smaller than what it used to be, that's because it is.
That's right. That's because it naturally is.
It is. Mm-hmm.
So it's just crazy to me when I hear, and I'm open to debate because I am. This is what I do, right? But when I hear it, and then I ask the question, well, what is it for you? Well, I don't like to get in a debate with people because that always leads a certain way. No, I don't. I'm just asking you a question. I don't care either way. But I just want to make sure when I hear you that somebody that you give an informed, that it's an informed answer. It's not something that you think he did and he didn't do. He didn't do it. He didn't do it. And again, thanks to the Justice Department now cracking down on all these lies, like the pipeline lie, to the reason why Ukraine and Russia are going at it wasn't for no pipeline. That's a damn lie. But misinformation works for its purpose. But that wasn't the purpose. Putin has been sitting on the border of Ukraine during the entire Trump administration and just bringing more troops, and bringing more troops, and bringing more troops.
Because remember the buildup.
We even talked about it tons of times. Like they just sitting there waiting for the signal. Because his thing is to take over those Soviet countries that broke up during their big, their big power.
Because that was one of his promises to his people.
Right.
That he would unify the old Soviet Union.
To himself. He just wants to be the dictator of Europe, personally. But, so he did, what he cozied up with who he needed to cozy up with. He don't need to cozy up with Trump because he's been banking Trump the whole entire time. Jill Stein, that bitch that don't know nothing about nothing. She don't know nothing about
Why
basic.
Why does she even get on? Why does she even get on?
Because of the money she has behind her, thanks to Putin. That's why. And that's what I don't understand. People don't even question. Like, how are you not questioning somebody who's lost every single race, but they have the capital to be in every single race? Where are you getting this capital from? Follow the money.
Dappy pussy.
That's the problem. She out here smelling nappy pussy and not just like, what the hell? And hook, line, and sinker. And yes, I totally agree with the young man. Yes, of course, we do know that the whole Gaza and Israel thing, it's straight black and white. It's straight darkies against the saltines. We know this. That is plainly obvious to anybody with a nose and two eyeballs that this is what this is. But the reality is, you're not going to get somebody who looks like them to stop it. Because they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. Whether they're Jewish or not, as long as they look like them, they still feel like I'm with them. Let me remind you of Dr. Jill Biden. Oh, we should invite them both to the White House. Bitch, you never invite the loser to the White House. Who invites losers? The winners always go to the White House. Oh, no, it's because you saw a little white girl playing her heart out, and it reminds you of your granddaughter playing basketball. And you wanted to show her that, oh, we love you and support you too. But that's okay, because you know what the WNBA did? They showed her. Because she lost, and they still treat her better than they do the girl that won the championships and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's always that. It is always that. Like, when will we just stop looking at things so objectively? They don't ask their counterparts questions about, well, what's really your policy? Them motherfuckers don't give a damn. They done had 40... was about to be 47. They done had 46 or 45 white men. These motherfuckers didn't care about their fucking policies. Could give a goddamn. All they probably looked at is maybe one or two things. Oh, well, you like this or you don't like that. Oh, well, you got my vote. It was never a question. Why? Because they were always white. And they felt that was always going to be the status quo. The minute shit changed, now we talking, I'm not voting for her just because she's black. I don't. So the fuck what if somebody wants to vote for her just because she's Jamaican? So the fuck what? Why can't we just have pride in just being us? Just her being her. And whoever chooses to just have pride in that alone, let them have it. We always got to have this extra shit. But again, they come out here and tell you exactly who they are. And you, well, that was just a slip up. Well, I still would vote for them because, you know, I believe in conservatives and I don't like, because Democrats use us and they all using you. They are both using you. With the fact that you let the others use you and they call you a nigger to your face is beyond me.
Right.
And there's no progression in their party. They ain't never put no black person up front to run for president, not put you where there's like 12 motherfuckers and you already know that motherfucker's gonna drop out. Not that. I'm talking about made you the main focus to ensure that you make it to the White House. They ain't never done that, and they're not gonna do it. You will see some rice and beans the front of that ticket before you see some fried chicken and collard greens. And I promise you that. And you know why you'll see that? Because they light and they look white, close enough to white to make it work. To make it work. Trust and believe, Marco Rubio would blonde his hair right now and look like Dennis the Menace if he was guaranteed the White House. So it's ridiculous that we even do that. And I spent too much time on this, but it's fine. We got a light day today. But yeah, come on, y'all. Like, seriously, we need to do better. We so do. We talk about these people are using us. These people they both use it, right? Yeah. But at least with one side, if you get in there and do the work and you can move up. It's like being at a job where one has incentives where you can move up and see yourself somewhere in a different position, and the other one you just there. They call on you when it's potluck time because they love your ethnic group, your ethnic dishes. Can you make that smothered pork chop thing that you made? It is so good. I've never had that before. No, bitch, you never had seasoning. That's all it is. A little salt, a little pepper. Surprise. But it's that. It's that same type of treatment. Like, get it. Stop.
Yeah, but we haven't even noticed the fact that we can actually steer the ship in the direction that we want it to go. And it always blows my mind that people don't see that. It's like, yeah, you may not hear that these are things that, whatever certain things you want to do as a group, but we have enough pull that we could turn left or right.
Yeah.
You can control it. You're always going to have doubters. You're always going to have coons.
Right.
That's a given. That's a given. But understand that it's the little things that make a big difference.
Well, no, that's because people live in the whole microwave society. They want to pop it in and bing, it's done. And
everything's not quick.
But you think the reason why they're able to treat us the way they had 400 years of practice.
Right.
400 and counting of practice. This ain't nothing new. This is nothing new at all. It's like, get out of the mindset. Really focus.
And we have to play catch up on that. And we've gotten too comfortable by thinking that we're equal. And that's our fault. But that's our fault.
Well,
because we let our children
of integration.
We want our children to have what they have.
Right.
But it just doesn't work that way. Because it always comes at a different cost.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So do. There was something else here too. I didn't see where to go. No, that's later. What's this one? What's this? Oh no, same one from before. Where did it go? I don't know. But anyway, next story. So Lindsey Graham in drag. No, that was just me playing around. Like he wasn't in drag, but he got dragged. Okay, for his flip-floppiness. I mean, he flops more than his asshole. It's ridiculous. Like, and I'm just trying to figure out.
Will that make him reverse?
Yeah, I guess it would make him verse. But it's like,
or is he a power bottom?
Power something. It's just crazy to me. Like, this man. Why do y'all still vote for him? I'm really confused. Like, so confused. Not speaking as a conservative, but just if I was and in his state, why? Why? if I vote for somebody, I want to make sure that they stand firm on the ideologies that I believe in. That nothing will sway them. And this mofo sways more than a little bit. If he feel the tide is turning towards, because he sees the crowds too. So he already knows tide is turning the other way. And he trying to be in the good graces and jump on that train and Trump shouldn't have said, now we talking against Trump, but you was the first one talking about, no, he's president, and y'all need to help the president. I mean, crying on live air for donations.
I was going to say, shedding a tear.
Shedding tears that you should give your hard-earned money to the former president so he can be president of the United States. Now, all of a sudden, because you're seeing all these crowds that show up to rallies, which really don't mean anything, because at the end of the day, these people have to turn out and vote. They go into the rallies because they possibly want to know, oh, I might be on camera. Oh, they might show me. Ooh, you know, like sometimes
the check cleared. All right, that check cleared.
Sometimes people just do that. So it's just like, really? Come on, man. Like, granted, I know people say, you know, politicians are phony, they full of shit. But not all of them. No, not all of them. Some of them are really straight shooters.
Not Lindsey. He fleets.
Right. Lindsey's a fleeter, and he fleets with every bit of his brain. So, yeah, Lindsey Graham, get Lady G out of here. Somebody give her something that she needs, because she definitely ushering for some attention, and nobody wants to give it to her. Because you should be doing old Donald Trump, is black him out sometimes, and he definitely needs a blackout session, because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Oh, so what they said on, because even he said, of course, the Loomer lady, when she said the racist comments about, oh, that's going too far. Y'all been going too far. It's been a bridge too far, but you didn't give a damn. You didn't address former President Trump when he said it.
Mm-hmm.
You addressing her. Why? Because she's low level. No, come at him with that smoke. He's the one orchestrating all this. Trust and believe, these people are not saying anything without the blessing of that man, knowing good and goddamn well it is what it is. Because at this point, it's not enough time to play spin control and damage control. Once something is out here right now at this point, it is out.
Yeah, we only have 50 some odd days.
That's it. It's probably even almost close to 40 and change now at this point.
Mm-hmm.
What? Like, what are you doing, Lindsey? What are you doing? Because at this, if you really feel that way, then denounce it all. Don't denounce some of it or coming from certain people, but you're not denouncing it coming out of the former president's mouth. The biggest bullpit there is. No, not buying it. Not buying it. Because if you saw the trends switching the other way, you'd be praising him.
Right.
Again, why are you people voting for this man?
Mm-mm.
He does not have your interests at heart at all.
Oh no. And his policy is Project 2025. That's what he was afraid to say at the debate. And I wish that she would have said it when she just said, oh, he has no policy. No, he does have a policy. It's Project 2025.
Yeah, the same people he's been on the plane with, the same people he's been to the Heritage Foundation's dinners repeatedly.
Mm-hmm.
He knows
it wasn't just for their burgers. It wasn't just for their burgers.
He knows these people very well.
Mm-hmm.
They're people in his first administration. The reason why the shit got done the way it did, because they were the ones running it. He don't know shit about shit. He was a George W. Bush, just in there to be in there. Don't know shit about shit. Just that his father wasn't that connected as far as Trump's situation, his father wasn't that connected, like being the former president of the United States. No. Mm-hmm. So of course there lies a difference.
No, if he shows any interest in what's actually going on, it's just to keep his ass out of jail. This motherfucker is scrambling for his life. That's exactly pretty much anything that's going on. He's scrambling for his life. That's why he's pulling out all the stops in the shows. I had to tell you, I was sad again. I was so crushed. That they didn't pop him. That he didn't get popped again. Look, I'm gonna have to find out what school that these assassins are going to. Because I'm gonna have to give them a Yelp review. They definitely
they're not doing it for real.
They're not the cream of the cream of the crop. Look,
they're not doing it for real. They're just doing it so people can vote for him because they think it's gonna be a sympathy plea.
I just want somebody to use a drone. We got technology now. You ain't got to be there. You could be.
First of all, I have so many questions in regards to why would you even report that it was an assassination? This is why I'm saying they're going for sympathy here. They're trying to do everything they can to do sympathy to get him votes. The man was like 500 yards away, like 5 football fields away. He never fired a shot. Why would you say it's an assassination attempt? He never fired.
Yeah. And now too, Ron DeSantis putting his talking about he's going to prosecute. It's like, what do you have to do with it? It's in the hands of the federal government. You know, what are you doing?
Right.
How are you? What are you going to do? Hold him and keep him? Keep them from getting to him.
Right.
The feds, because he's on their side. So is he covering too?
Right. It's crazy.
That's the question. Is it are you covering, Ron? Are you doing that too?
It's totally crazy. What I did miss in the earlier story, Israel is reporting to promise asylum African excuse me, I'm like Ronnie Q at this moment. Is reporting promising asylum to Africans if they fight in Gaza war. Now, I don't know how true that is. Sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me. But again, another thing of, we're not going to fight the brown people. Let's have some brown people fight. More brown people.
Right.
I was like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Yeah, it shouldn't be happening, but we got to have people in power to make it stop. They're not white on white crime think they really, when they look at other people that look like them, they really do see themselves. I don't know how many times I got to explain that to you folks. They really do see themselves. That's why they don't. Policies don't go that hard on other white folks.
Yeah, you're all a brother until you don't have an enemy. Then you are the enemy.
That's it. Well, I don't know why we don't get that. And yeah, we need to put people in power that can make change, but we got to put them there first. We have no room, no leniency to boycott anything. Because the minute we boycott it, we're removed. It's like a job. You go ahead and tell your job right now, you know what, I don't need this job, I quit, and see if they don't fill your spot up.
That's why you don't give no 2 weeks.
Right.
Because you won't be there for 2 weeks. Actually, you might not be there after 15 minutes. Better keep that shit to yourself and the one day say, I'm going on vacation.
Right. Thank you.
And slide on out the door.
Right. And going about your business.
Send them an email while you're on vacation. Make sure you get all your money and everything that's due to you first.
That's it.
Hell with that 2 week shit.
Right. Giving them proper notice. Proper notice to do what? To already
they don't
fill
give you
your
that.
Spot? Why they put you on vacation or leave in your 2 weeks? No, thank you. No, thank you. But anyway, yeah. So that was that. But now to what we're all here for. Mr. Diddy, aka Sean Puffy Combs, aka Damn Nigga, aka Wet Willie. Okay. Oh, wait, no. Speaking of Willie, news update on the Wiley situation. He had a thing today. They dropped most of the charges, but he still has to make bail to get out.
How much
He
is his
hasn't
bail?
done it. Don't know. Well, I think what it was dropped. It was dropped from 25,000 to 5. So he doesn't have the 5,000, let alone the 10% or however much it is for him to get out, right? And if he don't get out pretty soon, what the public defender has told one of the content creators who actually was in the courtroom that he may wind up, his stay may be longer if he doesn't get out pretty soon. So they was trying to reach out to the roommate, because the person, there's some personal items, maybe some money that he has somewhere, whatever that is. But yeah, I mean, I'm just like, granted, mental illness is serious, and all that is important, but self accountability and responsibility is also a thing, right? And it's unfortunate that you don't have a family base to where in which if you do some bullshit like you did, that your family doesn't immediately step in and do that. Like you're looking towards complete strangers to do this because they like your content. But it's crazy. It really is. It really is crazy. I don't know what the overall ending thing will be in regards to that. Hopefully he does get out, but I mean,
But what's the point if he's not stable enough?
Well, the court is not
be
even
back
paying
out.
for him to have a mental evaluation. He has to do that on his own. That's a
They need to
court
keep
order
him.
that he has to do on his own.
He can't if he can't afford to do. If he can't afford basic
We're
living, how the
we're
fuck do
on
you
the
expect
same
him?
page here. That's what I'm. But see, that's what I'm thinking. But this is the type of conservative shit that you vote for, and that he talks about in Champions, right? You can't even afford to get a lawyer for yourself. You got a public defender, right? And then the judge orders you that you have to have a psych evaluation ordered by the court. Not the court is paying for it, but you got to do it on your own. A court order, because if you don't do it, we're putting you in jail, right? Or in prison. You got to do that on your own with your own money. But first, you got to get out of here.
And you know what the first thing he'd probably do? Jump.
No, but make that make sense.
He'd get the fuck out of there. I'd
make that make
pack
sense.
up all
You
my
gotta
shit and get out of there
first. You got to pay to get out of here. And then once you get out of here, not only do you have to figure out, because you're going to have probation, and probation, you got to have a place. And being that you don't live here,
right?
How are you going to do that? And on probation with all the stipulations that you have.
Better get a bus. Don't take a flight, Wally. Take the bus. You stay low key as possible. You want to get out of town.
But you can't leave.
He'll leave. Yeah, but he'll leave. Probation doesn't mean anything.
I mean, it's just
he will leave. Like, take the bus. Don't take the plane. They're gonna snatch you at the airport.
But this is the clown. He's probably on a no-fly list at this point now, anyway, too. Which, I mean, this is the clown shit that I'm saying. Like, you fuck your shit up. You fuck yourself up royally, and then you look for people to go, oh, I feel bad.
And bail you out. Nobody got no money. No money like that.
Feel bad for what? This is the Section 8 section, right? This Section 8 sector. We ain't got no money to bail you out to help you get out of jail.
You see the prices of food
that you put yourself in. And
take the bus. Peter Pan, Greyhound. Don't take a flight. They're gonna snatch your ass as soon as you walk through that gate.
In Nevada, no less.
The bus. I know it's hot. Take some water.
And to make it all worse, he cannot step into any Walmart on this.
Oh my God, he's not gonna live long. Well, there's always Target.
Bitch, Target probably got a picture of his ass. Like, bitch, don't let this motherfucker in here. I'm sure they do.
Walgreens. You be shopping at Walgreens
Don't
forever.
let this motherfucker in here either. Emmett Till, they got a picture of him right there too. Emmett Till. Don't let him in. So yeah, I mean, granted, he wanted to go viral, and hopefully he got his wish. Because
but they should. But
so anyway,
but in the normal world, they should have kept him.
Yeah. I mean, of course, but we talking about conservative. We talking about conservative that treat everybody equal. Yeah, you're so equal. Yeah, look how they treated you. They can't even give you a self-evaluation that the judge will satisfy and then move you on. Oh no, you got to pay for that. Good luck.
Yeah, but one thing y'all can do, y'all can get him a bus ticket. Don't let that boy fly.
He got to get out first. First, you got to bail him out with either the 10% of the
somebody will bail him. Somebody.
But they haven't done it yet.
Some good-hearted grandma out there.
They haven't done it yet. Well, grandma, you need to rub your nappy
but I love the baby. He's simple. Yeah, he's simple.
You need to rub your nappy pussy together and get some money out there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well,
get on the pole or something.
Well, he ain't gonna be. We will get a case of ramen noodles for some nappy pussy.
He's been in jail for a while. Hopefully he ain't musty. Hopefully he don't stink.
No, but once you get out, boy.
All right, so let's get to it. Oh, Diddy. So it looks like Diddy wanted more than some little titty. Diddy was having little freak off parties at his little houses and things with a whole lot of lube. A whole lot of
by
lube.
The gallons. By the
gallons. Thousands.
I want to know who.
Thousands of bottles. I'm trying to figure out who is taking all this dickums. Who is dicking who? Who is sticking who? I want to know
tell
names.
you.
I want to know names because you know
each person that came in the house got a complimentary Diddy
complimentary bottle
oil.
Diddy oil.
It's the Diddy oil.
Tons of baby oil. He wasn't blessing folks. You know, people talking about some oil. Give me some of that oil. Put the oil on me. Yeah, you were getting that Diddy oil.
Now see, he could have got out of that one. He said, yes, because I'm starting a new line called Diddy Oil.
Yeah.
Or didn't he oil?
Yeah, I don't think he put no oil on himself. I don't think he was oiled up. But what was you doing? Was you having wrestling contests and shit? Was people getting all oiled up in wrestling? Well, what the fuck was with the oil? But you know what really got him though? It wasn't even the oil. It wasn't even the little sex things where he was hiring night walkers, allegedly male and female, allegedly, to come to these parties to be the little party favors, to use the extra bottles of oil and lube and things. But I know,
prices went up?
Huh?
Is that why the prices went up?
Yeah, I think so. I think Puffy was buying all of them. But
I bet you Lindsey Graham probably tried. What y'all gonna do with all that contraband? What y'all gonna do with all that stuff?
P. Diddy, who wanted more than just a little titty, right? Titties at the top and dick at the bottom. Okay. So he not only got caught for that, what got him is this semi-automatic rifle that he had that wasn't registered. Now, who that belonged to? But that's where most of the charges came from. Those other ones, I mean, you could finagle that. That's just, you know, you having prostitutes, male and female, at your house, kind of, you know, you could work around that. But it's that gun that they found. The good old gun. That's what got it. I mean, and they got the videos of the other people at the party that you was using for insurance policies. You know, if somebody jumped bad at you, oh bitch, I got you on video sucking that man's dick, and you know you a man of the cloth. And what you Clark sisters say? I got y'all too. Y'all was singing that, oh, Jesus is a biscuit, he'll fix it. And yeah, uh-huh. The fuck's wrong with you? But I don't know. Poor Diddy. But yeah, the charges are everywhere. They talk about destroying hotel property and all that good stuff. Now, the hotel in question, like the one where he was dragging Cassie in the hallway, that's a bigger ordeal. Why? Because, you know, hotel chains are massive. They're corporate, right? And that was probably just a little private matter that he paid the security guard. The security guard was supposedly allegedly erased the tape, you know, and everything was all good, done, happy family, happy whatever. Now, if the security guard or security guards were smart, they take the money and they quit their job. But something tells me that somebody in that group didn't quit because they felt like they were safe, secure, comforted with the little extra money they was getting from Diddy and, you know, whatever. Because now what's going to happen, right? Once this discovery comes out, because discovery opens the deal to everything. All the names get exposed to, you know, the lawyers and the judge and everybody. And, you know, if somebody tips in and sneaks something out, possibly, that's the only way other things get leaked out. But in discovery, everything comes out, names, all that. So if this person decided to stay there, now that's an issue with your whole job, livelihood, and everything else. Because now the security of the hotel, the security and the privacy of the hotel itself is now been compromised. And what that means is, in layman's terms, guests ain't gonna want to stay there. Why would I stay there? I don't feel safe.
Let me give a tour.
Yeah. I don't feel safe. Why would I stay there?
Right.
So yeah, it's much larger. Like it's so many moving parts in this. But
I'm sure it was a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a lot of moving parts. Arms, legs, booties, butts, dicks, and nappy pussies. But I'm just trying to really know. I'm not even mad at him. I'm like, why don't y'all ever go after the people who taught these motherfuckers this shit? Because I'm sure he didn't just, you know what? I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. And somebody, he went to somebody's party. Okay?
Epstein, he went to Epstein Island. I bet he did.
Hip hopping and bebopping behind Heavy D. Okay? For those of you old enough to know, you would know that he was a backup dancer.
Yeah, and Stacey Lattisaw.
Right. For Heavy D. Somebody, some big industry bigwig was at their party, and this is what they were doing. They're having big old freak offs, and you know, back then you had the big old recorder, the big old shit that you was like doing the whole television thing. It was all on your shoulder, and somebody was walking around that bitch just like this with that shit on everybody in there, so they had a piece of everything. So if somebody came out and said, running the Beautiful Bean footage, and you would show, you know, whomever it was, your favorite person.
Yeah, let's play a game. Who's on the video?
Right. You seen Professor Ogilvy sitting there swallowing balls. You just seen everything.
Was Mary J. Blige there?
Right.
Was she doing her dance?
She was doing her dance and doing whatever else.
Is that why? Is that where she got them high thigh boots? She's selling millions. Oh, that was probably part of her first original costume.
Exactly, making sure she don't get no
Mhm.
lube on her legs.
No, I wanted to see him. I wanted to see Carl Winslow, the actor that played Carl Winslow. You heard about that one, right? He was supposedly getting his back knocked out.
Yeah,
I was like, Carl Winslow?
yeah.
I was like, what?
No comment.
Mm-hmm. Do we say no comment?
Yeah.
Or was he just swallowing up?
Swallowed up.
They had everybody. I want to see the videotape.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see who. Let's play that game. Where's Waldo?
Yeah, where
and who's that? And where's Laquita? Where's she at?
Can't you find
Yeah,
her?
I want to see. That's going to be the damning stuff. All the names and who actually participated.
Right. But
all of that stuff.
They're doing the same thing. I mean, this is a mirror of Trump. It's the same thing.
Well, yeah, that's why you have that generation of, especially in early hip hop, they idolized him.
Right.
Everything, all the decadence.
Yeah.
Because first of all, he's Teflon Don. He get away with everything.
Right.
The misogynist pig. And that's what they wanted. It's a man's world. I can do what I want to do. I can fuck who I want to fuck. I can get high all day long. I don't have to go to work.
Man's world.
Mm-hmm. And that's the problem. But you know what? That's the problem that you have with a lot of these black guys. You know, pretty much kind of denouncing Harris.
Yeah.
Because they're in that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And so he's also facing an arsonist charge.
Is he burning too?
Well, he blew up. he blew up Kid Cudi's car because at the time, Kid Cudi was talking to or interested in Cassidy.
Okay.
Broke up, and he went out to his car, and right before he got in it, kaboom!
Yeah, and they pulled out some weapons also.
And they have direct evidence. Yeah, they did pull out weapons. That's what really got them. That's what once they were able to get the key, because of course they knew about this stuff, but they didn't know. And Cassidy coming to them with her information, and then I'm sure, and this is just my theory, but I'm sure that she went to them first, and they allowed her to go to Diddy and kind of get her a little paycheck, because they already knew you weren't gonna get nothing if we go at him first, because we're gonna seize everything and lock it up.
He had just lost a court case about a week ago from some guy in prison.
Yep.
That said that he had sexually assaulted him also.
Yep.
And he didn't show up, and that was probably the reason why he was probably hiding out then.
Because they would have got him there. He knew that.
Because he was hiding out.
They was closing in on that ass. But I mean, literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
But so he's got an arson charge. He tried to assassinate Kid Cudi, which and then he went behind with text messages and shit. So they have all that evidence clearly pointing to him. And again, once they got her on board, which my theory, and this is again just my theory, but my theory is that that boyfriend / husband of hers, he in it. And if she find out later on down the line that he is actually one of them, meaning a police officer, and she been played this whole time, gotcha, bitch, because that's just what they was doing. Just what they was doing. They needed an end.
Oh, well, they got the ends. Whole lot of ends. At least it was enough lube for it.
I think they've been looking at him since Kim, because Kim was their end, and he found out, and he tied up that loose end.
Yeah.
and they didn't have anything. They were stuck. They didn't have anybody else. They didn't have anything else. But lo and behold, she had the courage to finally leave. Why? Because they done put this whole sting operation of this man to get her the confidence and encouragement to just leave. She's all involved with him, all enthralled. This man the whole time is undercover. My words, nobody else's. This is my theory. Because there ain't no way in the world they have her and not drop the bomb. Let her do a lawsuit, get her money, and then they come right in after her.
Right.
No way. They don't ever do that. Once they got
that was definitely an agreement. Right, they would usually they go right in. I was gonna say they usually
right
just
in
sweep
because they already
right
assume that person's got enough money to fly a country, be like Russell Simmons and sit in Bali. Like, I'm not going.
I bet you he wish he went over there to visit Russell.
I bet he did. Sitting there, folded Indian style to him. Namaste, namaste. You look wonderful today. You look pretty. That's all he did. And talk inspirational shit. Yeah, you so inspirational, motherfucker, because you're not about to cross back into the United States because you know you about to get got.
Ever.
You talk to your children via FaceTime, and I guess they fly over to see you, whenever. And I think even that is probably not even done because he don't know if there's gonna be officers in that plane.
Yeah, like I said, was it extradition? Send his ass back.
Yep. So I'm sure he don't even do that. But yeah, you could have handled that better, brother. Because that, and you ain't learned nothing when they snatched up Bill Cosby. Because allegedly the rumor is he went after this tequila company. Again, rich saltine crackers. He wanted to buy them. They were going through a hard negotiation, and I guess he put his foot down. And what happens when you, as a black person, assert yourself amongst the saltines? They got to put you back in your place.
Yeah.
You ain't learned from Bill Cosby? They snatched that 80-something-year-old man back in court. One eye, glaucoma and all.
Walking them in the walls and every goddamn thing.
30 years ago. Old ugly bitches that you'd be like, you actually did something with that?
It was the 70s.
America's Next Top Model, Janice Dickinson. You really did something with that nasty bitch? And then it comes out that, she lied. But you see where I'm going. Like, they will throw anything.
She don't know because she's so fucked up.
She was so wasted.
Fucked up when she's sober.
She don't know who the fuck was fucking her. She's probably getting fucked by a plunger. She wouldn't know the fucking difference. I mean, just wasted. But she's able to make money and model. Why? Because she's got the protection. She got the complexion for the protection, as the late Paul Mooney would say, which is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely. Oh, wait, I forgot to get my thing. So, I don't know. Any thoughts on Mr. Diddy other than that before we get to...
He should have cornered the lube market. He'd have been all right then. He just said this was product testing.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
But just if you listen to the news and how they played it, it's like there were thousands of bottles of lubrication. I was like, God damn.
Thousands upon thousands of bottles of lubricant.
Yeah, there wasn't a dry thigh in the house.
Wasn't a dry poom anywhere.
What an idiot! You big dumb. What an idiot! You big dummy! What an idiot! You big dummy!
That's just
the big dummy part is to think that eventually you thought you were going to get away with it.
Yeah.
And he should have been real nervous, especially after they went after Cosby and Epstein.
Right.
And he probably, like I said, he probably went to Epstein's Island and saw his setup and said, "Oh wow, we can do that too, because we those motherfuckers."
Right.
They said, "Come on, Mary, because we'll give you a boot line, and you can do your dance."
Well, one thing I can say that him and R. Kelly would make some great music in jail.
Oh yeah, yeah, Penitentiary Productions.
Yes, that Penitentiary Productions. I'm down with that. Okay.
That'll work.
That'll definitely work. But okay, so we're gonna get into this thing. I'm gonna play don't be mad at me, but the intro for the who said that is gonna play for a little bit because I gotta go pick up my my other my birthday gift to a certain somebody.
Hey, who said that? Who said that? Hey, who said that? 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 Hey, who said that? 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 Hey, who said that? 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 Hey, who said that? 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 Hey, who said that? 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 Hey, who said that? 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 Hey, who said that? 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 Who said that?
All right. So this is the part of the show where we just talk regular old YouTube stuff. So I don't know if I should do this now or do this later. But Bertha, Big Bree, I hear it's your birthday, you big bitch. So I done went out and got all these snacks for your big ass for your birthday. And I'm going to eat one in honor of your birthday because this is the only way to get your attention. You fat bitch. You big fat bitch. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you big bitch. Happy birthday to you. I know you want some. You know what this is too, don't you, you big bitch? I know you know what it is. Just from the stripes. Bitch, you know what it is just from the stripes. You want to wipe it off my lips, huh? Happy birthday to you. And the rest of you hungry fat bitches too. Like you Gorilla Zoo. I know you hungry. You looking at this too, right? Happy birthday. All right. So yeah. It's a big bitch's birthday. And she's in Miami. Bitch, you live in Florida. What kind of travel trip is that? Where you just go? City's over? Like, girl. I mean, did you drive your truck, your G-Wagon Mercedes? Did you? I know you ain't rent a car. They don't make rent a car strong enough for you. So I'm sure you took your Mercedes. But
sound like you out of breath.
Huh?
Sound like you out of breath.
I am. It takes a lot. I'm not used to eating like this. God, I'm not used to eating this shit. This should take your breath away. So I know people having issues and shit. I feel like, whew, God,
No, look, don't have your ass fall out over there. I can't help you.
right. I can't even help myself. Goodness. God, you big bitch. But I got two for you. All right. You can have these. All right. Happy birthday. You know, many more. Hope you make it, you know, to be able to have your surgery and then afterwards.
Oh, that was sweet. You brought snacks.
Yeah. I bought snacks. I bought snacks for everybody. It's a party. It's a birthday party. It's a birthday party. Can't deprive her. You know, it's a birthday. She made it. A whole year around the earth. 3 of her.
Oh, you know what?
That takes a lot. Get up every day and walk around with all that. It's a lot. So I commend you. Happy birthday. Yeah. So in other news, all right, moving past that. So
You better catch your breath first.
I know, right? I gotta be like her. Well, my nostrils aren't that big to take like deep breaths like she did with her big ass nose. So I can't even do that. I can't even intake that much. Let me see. Because you know when she stopped, if you really listen to her, like as she's pausing when she's talking, she's taking these deep inhales, and it's like I can't do it. It makes me lightheaded. I can't do it. So Reed and VS are no longer right. So Reed has now left YouTube, allegedly, completely, or whatever, to be with her family and pay more attention to her family, which you know, her right to do. However, upon this whole breakup, who came back but Wiggs? Who would have thunk it? They thought Wiggs was dead. They thought Wiggs was pushing up daisies. But no, Wiggs was around the whole time, just under a different name, trolling. But at first I was like, oh my God, it's Wiggs. Then when I realized what was happening, it was like, oh, that's messed up. So immediately after VS and Reed go their separate ways and things start to heat up, then Wiggs comes. And Wiggs just does this whole PR tour of how things used to be and people they used to dox and talk about and all this stuff. And I'm just like, what you talking about, Willis? Like, who waits till just this moment to do this if this wasn't already all right? Like the minute she goes left and it goes to, we're going to activate. Because that's just what happened. It was like Reed went left. First, Reed didn't agree to do what was said for her to do, which you already knew Reed was not going to do it. Because you've known her, you talked to her this long, you knew she wasn't going to do what you wanted her to do. You knew she wasn't going to do it. So you had already set in place. Once she don't do it, this is what's going to happen. And that's exactly what happened. Wiggs comes out and starts telling all the business. Starts telling what they used to do and all this stuff. And I'm just being honest. Really? Are you? How honest are you being? Recording conversations that you've had with her, unbeknownst to her. How honest are you really being? And granted, I'm not caping for Reed in this situation or anything. I'm just asking a question. If you were being honest, how honest are you being? Because it's mighty funny how the situation happened and then here you come popping up. And we really thought something had happened to you. I've asked about you tons of times when she's mentioned you, like, oh yeah, I miss her. and she's, oh yeah, I don't know what's up with her. I don't, we don't speak or whatever. But to do that was kind of like, oh, this was orchestrated. That's fucked up. Now, mind you, yes, Rita's done some shit, so she's not innocent in any of this. Like, what you've done will come back to you. It's no, there's no ramifications on how it comes back, but know that it's gonna come back. So just prepare yourself. Everybody has a time. Now, in that same thing, she would always tell people, "Oh, you come out here and face it, or come out here and da 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 da." Well, if you expect that from other people to give you content to come out here and defend people either talking about them or whatever's came out about things that were done in private, and you commanded that people stay and battle it out or stand their ground, the same applies to you. You don't get to just get up and leave. Now, granted, recordings are being played back when they were talking about the people that she didn't like, but she actually has them modded up today. And VS kept playing that on replay. It was Deshaun. She said she didn't like because she felt like he was pussy. Now, they may have had a private conversation and maybe she told him how she felt about him originally when she first, encountered him. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. I don't know. She talked about Johnny Mac. She didn't particularly care for him. And it was just really interesting. Like, give me all these people that you claim to like, and I wouldn't be surprised if she said some shit about me. Because that's just how people do. It's like when they praising you, you might want to be careful because you never know what they might have said behind, thinking you're never gonna know what was said. But that's why I appreciate those people that go into chats that I don't go and would never go, but they do report back who said what, who laughed at what this one said, what that one said. So when I don't speak to you in a chat, know that it is what it is. I see you, but I've been seeing you. Ain't nothing new. We can move around. Don't worry about it. And trust and believe, when I say mods in chat, it don't include you. I hope you knew that. For all of you. Hope y'all all knew that. It don't include you. I'm just being respectful of the room. Right? So, was I surprised at all that? No. Wasn't surprised at all that. What surprised me is the length that she would go to defend VS. It's like, you've been in this rodeo before with her. She comes back, and it's like, yeah, you always want to kind of hope that a person changed, a person, changed from what they used to be, and you don't want to hold their past against them. Right. That's always something that we aspire to do and treat people. Understandable. But you still, at the same time, you still know the essence of that person. You never forget that. And not saying that the woman's a bad person, because she's just very calculated. She just learned how to be more subdued with how she handles it. It's not a reaction, an instant reaction. Before, it was very reactionary all the time, just reacting. So people got accustomed to that. Now they're not accustomed to the calm demeanor, I'll play nice with you. And then the minute you cross me, I'm striking. They're not accustomed to that because it's different for them. Because normally she would strike, always on the strike. Now it's just like, gotcha. Now, granted, Reed, you've done worse. You just did something. I'm leaving YouTube. Yet the woman that you was doing the whole interview with, she said something about Reed. Reed then turned around and gave all of a private conversation that she's had with Homegirl to Brianna about how she was talking about Brianna and what she thought about Brianna. But Brianna, she should know. Homegirl don't like you. She never liked you. So why is this a surprise? But why, if someone choosing to leave YouTube because of similar situation, why would you turn around and do that? Your best bet is just bring your ass back. Because you still doing the same shit that you've been doing. Just bring your ass back. Stand in your shit. Stand in it. Okay, you got caught with your pants down. Whoop-de-doo. It's just it's not looking like it's just not like get over it. It's okay. Happens to everybody. Happens to everybody. But I guess, I don't know. More of the story is when you do stuff comes back. And it don't always have to come back when you expect it, like when you're ready for it. Sometimes things take time. And this just happened to be a very bad time for it to be your turn, in your private life. But that's why you don't intermingle the two. You keep YouTube, just YouTube, and your private life. Right. You don't commingle the two. This is the hobby. This is something you do to get away and escape, right? But this is not life. This is not. Yeah, we live life through this, but this is really not life. Like, it's so much more than just this. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, take your break, but bring your ass back. You've done your shit. We've all done something. Some of us still trying to figure out what the fuck we've done that, requires so much hatred. But it's like, bitch, if you didn't like me, you just ain't like me. Then just say that. But please stop going around trying to defame somebody like they are the horrible, they're the worst person ever. And it's like, they didn't do shit. You just don't like them. Cool, great. Same thing. You did what you did. It's done. It's out now. Don't be like others and go away till you think it dies down, then pop back up. No, stay while it's hot. Stay out here. Show your face. Because after that, if you decide to come back, nobody's gonna respect you the same. Because you're always gonna look as the person who ran away. So I don't know. Just food for thought. Just definitely food for thought. Because you can't say your family is more important. Your family comes first. But yet the whole time we've seen you here on YouTube. So then the question is,
after all this time,
right? After all this time, now your family comes first. Right? Like, no, not even trying to be shady, but it's very much the truth. Like, oh, now all of a sudden your family comes first. Through all this that we've watched and witnessed, you even interacting with your own family on here. Now you decided to put your family first. Come on. No, that wasn't it. Yeah, your feelings may have been hurt. Yes, because you trusted her and the friendship and thought, yeah, it was going to really go somewhere. I get it. We've all been there. But you never lose sight that a person could possibly turn on you, especially when you don't know them like that. You ain't never spent no personal time with these people. Even in spending the one brief moment that I spent, I knew well enough to be like, no, bitch, you're not driving your car. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. Because you already have an idea of what could happen. Right? So even in that interaction, it was like, yeah, okay. They'll let you think I don't have a car. Duly noted, did that. Because I don't want you to know what kind of car I drive or the kind of car I have. Because I already know what you're capable of. And you proved it. You proved it. You proved me right. So you got to know these things in interacting with people until you know for sure, especially on here. Because some people definitely have motives and they're not genuine. They just want to gather what they can gather to hold it for a day in which they want to tell. So
yeah, they always waiting for Mad Day.
Yeah, like all the time. And it's like when you know that, you already know what you're dealing with. I've told this tons of times. My people had already done their research on that whole group before I even interacted with that really big bitch. The whole entire group. So I already knew everything I needed to know about every single one of them. But I never once said anything because it's not my place. I know. Thank you. I don't need it. Because I'm not looking at them like that. But I do know that they're capable of that. But I will, deal with it accordingly. You're not going to drive, are you? Please don't drive. I'm not driving. I didn't even drive when other people came to visit. Nope. They texted me one day like, you got a car? I've been had one. I just ain't want you to know. Because I don't trust you. You lied straight to my face. I asked a simple question because I already knew the answer. And why? Because I was paying attention. I asked the question. No, I know. Came right out. I said, yeah, no. So yeah, you gotta, it is what it is. It happens, but you have to move on. And if you're really into doing what you're doing, as far as YouTube is concerned, stick with it. Stick with it. Otherwise, if you're gonna go like I'm never coming back, this is what it is, it's over, then lay it all out on the table. Because what's gonna happen, the longer you stay away, the more stuff that they're gonna expose about you. And if you ever decide to come back again, you got a lot of answers. So
shit, not only that, make up shit. They make up shit.
Right, that part too. So at this point, just come out and again, like you tell it right. You tell your own tea. Tell your own tea. You tell your own tea. Tell it. As you know, the 7 degree, no job in heaven ass want to be pastor. Tell it. Tell it. You tell it. Tell it. Tell it yourself. So nobody can tell it for you. Right? Yeah, and that's all I got with that. Otherwise, I ain't taking no sides because you've done a lot of shit to people, and it's just the nature of the beast. Right? So, in other words, in other news, I did hear that Miss T Velocity got smacked around a little bit by the gorilla. Now, again, second time, I'm not surprised, right? I'm not surprised. You've done it before. You didn't say anything. I like Miss T a lot. But my issue with people, especially in dealing with him, is if you can't speak to the person who's speaking directly to you, you don't have no space to come at anybody or to talk about anybody or to ask anybody anything if you can't address the people that's addressing you. Right? So recently, the night Sean had popped up here, and of course, because people don't like Sean, and I don't know what that is, like, because you don't like somebody that's here, then it's on me and I'm different. I've changed. No, I'm not changed. It's open to anybody who wants to come up here. It's an open platform, but I'm not just going to allow anything or people to say anything or do anything. It's just not that type of channel. You can go other places and you can do all that. You're just not going to do that here. right? And so it was, oh, I don't know. He used to come by here, and somebody called me and said, "Hey, is there an issue with you and Miss T? Because she mentioned you, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "No." So I instantly just went over and was like, "Hey, what's up?" "Oh, nothing. I just said you wasn't coming by here like you used to." I don't, because my schedule has changed, but I'm always listening and I always watch the replay. So what's the issue? But it's like, oh, you picking at me because of that situation, but the man apologized. So what do we like? It's all making something out of really nothing. To do what? To check who? You're not checking me when you can't check the people that's coming at you because you respect them, because you like him. He clearly checked you, but you're not going to address him, but you'll address me of some fake bullshit that I had nothing to do with. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not even cool. And again, I don't have an issue, but my whole thing, and that goes for a lot of people here, they quick to check somebody else, but they ain't checking the motherfucker that's really checking them. No, check the motherfuckers that's checking you. You worry about them, because the people that's not checking you, don't worry over here. Ain't nothing going on over here. Nobody's mad. I don't have an issue. I support who I support, and that's just it. Yeah, you're not going to always see me in the chat all the time because I'm working, but I'm listening. I'm working, but I'm listening. But I don't do like other people do. I don't go into chats and sit in people's lives that I know they don't see it from me. I don't have that issue. I'm very comfortable with me. I don't need to be sitting up in somebody else's chat that I know don't care for me, or people's chat that I know don't care for me. It's not my thing. It's never been my thing. And some of you motherfuckers, y'all like doing that because y'all glutton for punishment and shit. Y'all like the abuse and the back and forth. No, sir. No, sir. Trust and believe. If I'm speaking on it, it's just I feel like it, or if somebody really came and said, yeah, so-and-so said something. And they don't go into detail because they know I don't want to hear it. All I need to know is that you said it. That's all I need. And I'll choose to address it if I choose to. But again, if you can't address people that's directly addressing you because you're afraid to be banished, talked about, cleaned up, or whatever the other fuck bullshit that dirty, dusty, 24 years old wearing fabric motherfuckers talking about, don't talk to me or try to address me or call yourself checking me for anything if you can't address the people that is actually checking you in your face in real time. Okay? And again, that goes for everybody. I ain't even just generalizing anybody. I'm just saying, because people got a big thing with that. They'll check somebody who they feel like they can talk to, and they won't check the person that's really checking them because they're a larger content creator and they don't want to ruffle no feathers. No. Because to me, all here, we all equal. Yeah, you may get more numbers, but you don't. I'm okay, because you're talking about bullshit. You're talking about bullshit. No way you're a big content creator and you're modding for somebody else. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. And you could, because I love the person, I love their content. Bullshit. You doing it for a reason. Like, i.e., Sir King and Lemon situation. You're modding in Lemon's chat because you know you got an issue with Sir King, and that burns Sir King up, and that's why you do it. Not because you like Lemon all that great. You don't. But you know it burns Sir King. So that's why you do it. And that whole interview, Sir King, It just, I mean, and it's just my personal view. After listening to it, it sounded like a little jealousy there, just a little bit, just a tad. Just got to call it how I see it, brother. There's just a little bit of jealousy because there's no way that man has been sitting by your side the entire time. You started off the same way he's doing right now. You did the same exact thing. Yours was a late night, no holds bars. Everybody would just come up there. They would be talking all types of shit and saying all types of shit. And it was just the place to be at night. The same shit Lemon's doing is what you were doing. Now, I get it. On one hand, you had already done it, so you're trying to avert him from falling into the pitfalls that you once fell in or that people put you in. I understand. But if the man truly needed help and he's been supporting you all that time, why couldn't you help him? Why did he have to go to anybody other than you to get support for what he was trying to do? You should have been the first one to support him and usher him into being a content creator. But part of me, and this again just my theory, felt like you felt the tension from the people that they wanted more of Lemon than of you. You even change your whole platform differently. And I'm sure once the attacks came and people started to try and really attack you personally, you had to change it up to protect yourself. I totally understand. Totally understand. But what I am having a hard time trying to figure out is if this man was asking for help, why wouldn't you help him? Because all the relationships you see him forging, some of them out of genuine like for Lemon, but a lot of them is because they don't like you. And to create the wedge between the two of you, they would flock to him. They would mod for him. They would do all these things to create this wedge between you and Lemon. And you're partially to blame for that. And yeah, Lemon has a part to play in that too. Because if I'm your friend and I've seen what the people have done to you, these same people, what they've said, what they attempted to do, and all that kind of stuff, I'm going to hold back on bringing you so close into my circle, i.e. modding for me and all that type of stuff. Yeah, you can watch, you can view all day. You can hop on the panel all day long. You're not modding for me. No, you're not. Because I watch what you did to my friend, or to my associate, rather. What you tried to do when he flushed you down the toilet, and your feelings were so hurt because you got flushed down an imaginary toilet that you tried to get rid of the man's channel. The fuck out of here. Like, how thin-skinned are we? Your fucking rhinoceros ass, dry ass skin. How thin-skinned are we? Gray ass complexion, not even context, complexion. You matching him with your couch with your dead ass. But like, again, how thin-skinned are we? And speaking of thin-skinned, why the hell does Duchess Kelly Love got to get so many channels every time he talks about you? Right? But you the same one that can talk about everybody and nothing happens. Nobody does anything to you. The only person that really did anything to you was Skillet. And you were so fucking scared, you showed up to court looking like a bum. Nothing prepared, nothing. So much so the judge saw pity on you and gave you an extension for you to get yourself together. And then, of course, because people here was dragging her so much for what she chose to do, that she dropped the charges. She blessed you enough to drop all charges and the whole situation. But you continue to be the ass that you are. But then yet when people do something to you, you then revert to, oh, I'm the victim. I'm the victim. Like another segue into this whole Leo the lioness, and she's dealing with cancer, and that people made fun of him as he was going through cancer. Nobody gave a shit about you and your fucking cancer. It's your attitude that people don't like. It's the way you are that people don't like. And me personally, the only reason why I mentioned you and your situation is because you nicely mentioned me and my situation as if it was supposed to be a deterrent, or I was supposed to feel ashamed of something that I was naturally born with compared to something that you contracted. Because do I think it's cancer? No. But do I think that nasty ass fucking boyfriend boy toy that you was with that was fucking everything other than you gave you and left you a little parting gift? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. But that's why you so mad. That's why you mad at every eligible, handsome, gay man on this shit that don't kiss your ass. Why? Because we remind you of that person and it makes you so angry. But in other words, moving right along. So he had nerve to tell Leo that she was making fun of him and his cancer when he had cancer. Nobody ever did anything. And nobody fact checked the man. People really just let the shit go like, oh, well, maybe he did. Maybe he said something. Nobody ever said anything about him and his cancer. Not until he starts saying shit about people and their situations. So, of course, yeah, if you're going to go low talking about people's kids or dead kids, people's dead aunts, people's dead family members, yeah, they're going to come at you and talk about your shit. It's only right. If you bring it up, yeah, of course. But that's the thing. Nobody ever talks about the shit he brings up. It's always, oh, he's the victim. They always mess with him first and then he responds. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. He responds even if he has an inkling of he needs to respond. He'll respond and say whatever the fuck he needs to say. And it's justified. Why? Because he's who he is. Well, for everybody else, it's the same thing. Let everybody be justified in what the fuck they say. Leave Duchess alone. So what? He cracking jokes on you. It's the same thing you do with the cleanup, right? And everybody in there laughing and putting their emojis in and shit. That's funny to you. But nobody comes and strikes your channel. But it's mighty funny how when people talking about you, you go ahead and strike their channels. Instantly. You make it your business to strike their fucking channels. Why? Because you're a weak bitch. That's just what you are. You're a pussy. You're the same little fat, ugly kid that nobody liked. Yeah, they called you faggot, sissy, and all that shit. Yeah, they did. And it turned you into the motherfucker that you are right now. But everybody ain't buying it. Everybody ain't buying it. This is the most views, attention you've ever had in life, and you think this is shit. You think you bad shit. You don't do nothing but sit on here and lurk all day, all night. And you wonder why they call you creepy. Because this shit is creepy. You are on here trolling all the time. Listening to every little bit and piece somebody says all the time. Sitting on it, waiting, listening. Well, going here, going there. It's like, yo, what the fuck? Have a life. Take a flight, bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. You can't take a flight unless somebody is what? Paying for it on their pass through their job. But the whole time you're lurking, watching. Yo, get a fucking life. Yeah, okay. Well, a whole bunch of people on there mobile or have mobility issues. Who has a mobility issue? Do you not see me getting up and going? If you follow me on Instagram, you will know I'm always on the go. My car stay moving. And I'm not going to bingo either, bitch. Like, where do you go? What do? You spend your birthdays on here. That's sad. The worst sad part about it is last year, you spent your birthday on here. How many people show up? I'll wait. Party of one? Was it? It's lonely. You know why? It's getting lonelier because nobody is for your shit. Nobody cares. Your words don't carry no weight around here. Okay, so you have a little cleanup. They're dusty. Just like your gray complexion. Dusty. Just like that raggedy ass Big Lot sofa. Dusty. Just like that first 41 house you got on discount. Dusty. Okay? Just stop. You're embarrassing. And you're embarrassing yourself. And I know you're gonna do something big, like go to Baltimore to see T.S. Madison when she comes in a few days. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. You're probably the only one in that circle that hasn't been invited to her show when she had one, to the basement when she had that, to the fag talk when she does that, to Logo when she do that, to see RuPaul in person when she does that all the time, or to even go to the goddamn Emmy thing she was just at. Did you get to go there? Did you get to do her hair or put on her makeup? No, you didn't. What was you doing? Sitting here. And then want to put up pictures of you dressed in drag next to regular people. You know when you know you an ugly bitch? When you got to put your picture next to people normal, next to people and you in drag. You's an ugly bitch. And you know you ugly. That's the read of it all. That's why the only reason why you could put your face side by side to a next individual is because you got to be in drag. Catch that. You got to put on a face to show your face. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. So, I mean, help us. Help us understand. Help us understand. We gonna stop all this shit victimizing and trying to play victim when you do the worst shit. You talked about the worst shit about people. The worst. And trust me, the shit you say about me don't affect me. It don't. Because the proof is in the pudding, bitch. I still get more dick than you. I still get more ass than you. Not that I want any dick. I got my own. I don't even do that. But I'm just saying they still come. No pun intended. But you know, they still come, you know. Mr. I'm celibate. No, you celibate because nobody wants it. That's why you're celibate. Nobody wants you. You're undesirable. And the older you get, the more undesirable you become. And you're mad because you're lonely. That's what it is. You're mad because you're lonely. Mr. Lonely, I'm so lonely. Yeah, that's you all day. All day. And the worst part of your loneliness is your mother doesn't even want you either. Now that's sad. How you the firstborn, but the last one picked? Damn, story of your life. Firstborn, last one picked. God damn. Your brother's in jail and gets more attention than you, and you're free. Make that make sense. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. But you know, I hope you figure it out. I really do hope you figure it out. Because these mobility issues are working just fine. Just fine. Okay? So don't you worry about nothing I got going on over here. All right? Don't worry about it. You get on a trip. You go on a trip. You let people see you. Right? And it's your season. October's around the corner. We're about to have Halloween. This is the best time for you to really go out and show yourself. Be your original, true Uncle Fester, Cousin It, ugly bitch self. Be it. You don't even got to dress in drag. Just show up as yourself in your regular clothes. Because that's the best Halloween costume you could ever give. First plot and 10s across the board. I bet. I promise you. Because if you think you serving on them little things you do on TikTok, because you think you hip and shit, because you dancing and shit, you look a fucking fool. You look a fool. You old as hell and stiff as shit. You look a fool. Just like you look in drag. Old as hell and stiff as shit. Oh, God. But you think you're doing something, right? Yeah, of course. That's because, again, you've been so indoctrinated into this thing where people praise your bullshit that you think you actually doing something. But it's the emperor's got new clothes, bitch. They're lying to you. It's just, it is what it is. They're lying to you. They just as uncomfortable as you are in your car. You know, the clown one. The cobalt. The one you could barely fit into. I'm sure them shocks be screaming too. Do you have a low rider when you get in that bitch? You go from a high rise to a low rise? When you hit a bump, does your muffler scrape? Is that what it is? Is it that low? Huh? I bet it is. I bet every time you hit a bump, your fucking muffler scrapes, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Now you don't have to tell us. We can ask Skillet if it does that. I can ask her. I'm sure she done followed you around before. I'm sure she done seen you a few other times in your local holes in the wall. I just want to know if it scrapes. Does it scrape the ground? Because I know you don't have no Mercedes like old Big Bree, so you know that the weight, you know. But you know, I wish you all the best. Again, just leave me the fuck alone and my mobility issues, and leave everybody else alone. How about that? How about you be so focused on getting a man, taking a trip, ensuring that you stay in remission, right? And there's no reoccurrence, that you are so focused on all those things, eating healthy, you know, not eating the bullshit, taking your vitamins and all that shit to stay healthy, that you don't have time to focus on anything else but you, right? Do that. Do that. That's the best thing for you to do. Other than that, you just deserve to be flushed like you was, like Sir King did the many years ago when you was the first big content creator to get flushed down an imaginary toilet, and you took that so personal. It was such an egregious move against who? You're just like everybody else on here. You're a normal human being. Well, abnormal primate. And it's okay. But you can come on here and you know, do whatever it is you do. But what you won't do is attack people and then act and then play victim at the same time. No, you won't do that. Don't do that. That's some pussy shit. Well, you are pussy, so I guess it works. But don't do that. Don't do that. You're too old for that. You way too old for that, sir. Your clothes are too old for that. Okay. You and your clothes are like neck and neck, bitch. You're like, your clothes is half your age, bitch. That's a damn shame. You and your clothes is neck and neck. That's fucking crazy. Go out shopping, get some new clothes, and don't go to Ross. Because I remember that video when you was in Ross with Really BTV, and the outfit you even had on while you were in there, very suspect. Very, my God, today. No way you talk about fashion ever. No, don't do it. Yeah, but go out and get some clothes. Go shopping. Go to a different state other than Maryland, something you can close by. Go on a plane again, pay for it yourself, or maybe your supporters will help you put together I know funds are tight because you're paying for 2 houses, car note, and everything else because whatever. But if you can get it together, my advice would be to take a trip somewhere. Go somewhere sunny so you could get some complexion to that dull gray skin you have. Because right now you looking like you match your sofa and your contacts, like you're all meshed into one big gray ball. Like a Grimace, how he's all purple, you're all gray. So we need you to get some color. So you take your ass to like go down to Miami. That would be great. Go spend some time with Bree down in Miami. Wouldn't that be nice? 2 whales on the beach. Free Willy 3. Free Willy 3. 2 whales on the beach. Who's going to make it home first? Well, one whale is on Ozempic, so I don't know how far that whale's going to make it. But the other whale, that Ozempic, that Ozempic failed
so much. I really do.
That Ozempic failed you. It's okay. I'm not going to hold you anymore. So yeah, that's all I had. That's all I had. As far as the show VS and what's his name ZX have, I haven't really got into it yet, so I don't really have much to say about it. But to me, it's just like all the others. It's like all the others, and the stuff. Of course, you got to say stuff to kind of draw people or get people fired up. So I mean, I get it. But yeah, go out and travel. Let us see you move. Everybody always talking about see somebody walk. No, let's see you walk. Let's see you walk around other places other than Pittsburgh. Let's see you walk in the airport, board a flight, those type of things. Pay for your 2 seats or your belt extender. I mean, you may not have to do that anymore thanks to Ozempic, but let's see you do that, right? Instead of sitting here talking about people doing shit, how about you do some shit so we can talk about you, have something to talk about? Oh, no, I take that back. That's why you never did nothing in the first place, because you don't want people to see you and talk about you, because they get to see the real you. The nasty side of you that you don't really like nobody. Why? Because nobody really liked your ugly ass. And I get it. But it's trauma. Let that ugly bitch go. Just look at yourself and say, I'm an ugly motherfucker. And I know it. And that's okay. Because there's somebody out here that likes an ugly motherfucker just like you. Hell, look at Brianna. She talks about having a man all the time. She's got a man. She's got a man. Yet, she's on her birthday trip in Miami with a friend. Where your man at? Where your man? No way you go on a birthday trip without your man. Who does that? All that good pussy you giving him and he is not on the trip with you? All them rolls and layers of Poonan that you have been giving this man, and he couldn't take a trip to the next city over with
Good
you?
old nappy pussy.
With your nappy pussy? I'm sure that shit is nappy because I'm sure she ain't seen that pussy since Esmeralda's the only bitch that's seen that pussy. Esmeralda is the only one.
My God.
And I'm sure that pussy is good and nappy. That pussy probably got dreads. And they freeforming. Okay? That bitch look like Jay-Z. Her pussy look like Jay-Z's head.
Look like Jay-Z, right?
Freeforming.
That's ugly.
Without the shape up. Without the shape.
That's an ugly
Without the
pussy.
shape up. Pussy look straight like Jay-Z. So yeah, I see that's when like people's YouTube personas and their real life don't match.
He said Jay-Z's lips.
That's again with their YouTube personas and their real life, they don't match up. Don't match up. The way you talking about, I got a man, I'm man, and or maybe he didn't go on the birthday trip with you because your pussy stinks because it smells like the condoms, because condoms make your pussy stink. With intents and purposes, I guess that means you have a broken pussy. Yeah, you know? And the bottles of Summer's Eve would not be able to correct that. That you got to go to the doctor for. You got to get in them stirrups, right? And you got to really get that examined. They got to do do a couple swabs to check that infection.
Swab at Jay-Z's lips.
Just
that's nasty.
I mean, just get it together, people. Get it together. But again, happy birthday, big bitch. I left you. I still, because my head is still spinning from that one. So I left you.
Fuck around and be a diabetic. Keep playing with that shit in.
I left you all of these, and I'm not gonna touch them. So they are for you. Okay. Happy birthday. And you could even have my other one, because like I said, my head is spinning. I don't eat this much sugar. So you can have this and the others, but happy birthday. I thought I was being nice without getting you like a big cake because I'm trying to help you on your weight loss journey. So I figure I give you little snack cakes, stuff that you eat, in between meals to help you out. All right. Okay. Because it's all about each one teach one, right? We got help. We a village. Right? And I'm doing my part in the village, helping you, but also wishing you a happy birthday and hopefully many more. Right? Right. So I think that's it. I think that's all I had.
You feel better?
Is there anything else? I feel fine.
This house is clean.
Yes, this house is clean. Just I have exercised all the demons.
Till next week.
Well, I mean, if there are any. So at this point, of course, this is where I will drop the link. And if anybody wants to come up, that's fine. If not, that's fine too. Have I watched anything while we wait? No. I haven't seen anything new yet.
I haven't seen anything new either.
No, I'm too busy doing other stuff. So yeah. But needless to say, shout out to was it the DMV? I think it was the motor vehicles. Yeah, because that's the first time I ever went in there and been in and out. Because I had to
What, DMV?
Yeah.
I was just there last week and I had to go back down there again. Did you do yours by appointment?
No, but when I got there, they was able to give me an appointment for that same day. And so it was
just set up a profile if you didn't do one.
Yeah.
And then that way I walk right in and walk right out. If I was there 15 minutes in and out.
Same thing. I was so totally impressed. Like, oh, that's what's up. All right, Rico. Good night to you too, sir.
Hey, Rico, how you doing, man?
Yeah, we gotta speak to Rico because Rico gonna get mad.
Oh,
Hey, Miss Gangsta Boo, how are you? I'm sorry I didn't speak. I was just rambling. Hey, what's up, Sean? How are you, Mr. Thriving? You is thriving, sir. Hey everybody, welcome. Thanks for coming. I know y'all came here because I was giving out snacks, but they are for Brianna for her birthday. Don't do that. She get mad when she don't have enough snacks. It's her birthday. She deserves all the snacks she can get. And she's in her habitat. Hopefully she's by some water. Let's pray. Pray she buy some water. But yeah. So Other than that, that's all I got. Like that's really all I. That's really all I
Yeah,
got.
after that purge, god damn.
It was a purge. It's
It
just
was a purge.
no.
It
It's
was a
just
purge.
you see some shit and you're just like, really, sir, really, and then you're just like waiting for people to be like, all right, no, we can't let you say that because that's not true. We can't let you say, and nobody's saying nothing. They're just really like, well, yeah, well, maybe she did, or I remember she did. No, she never said nothing. She never said nothing. And just because she may be connected to certain other individuals, why would you just group her in like that? And it's just like, for people to say, well, you deserve it because you made fun of my cancer. Like, how do you saying somebody deserves something? For all intents and purposes, somebody could say the same thing about you. You deserve the cancer that you had because you was a nasty individual. And obviously the shit didn't work. So maybe God still got some work to do. They say there is no failures in God, but I don't know. I'm starting to think otherwise. There might be one mistake. And that may have came from birth because you was born in here. But I don't know. I can't call it. I'm not a theologian. Maybe we can ask Jay Wilson. I'm sure he would have the biblical answer as to why somebody.
You almost threw up in your mouth, didn't you? I know you did.
Huh?
You almost threw up in your mouth, didn't you? I heard you gagging.
I did. You caught that.
I sure did.
Yeah, I was. We can ask that theologian as to why somebody would be stricken with cancer and then yet not learn the lessons of life and enjoying life and living your life and maybe not being so negative and nasty and disgusting and vile because you think it's fun and it's on YouTube and oh yeah, people get because nobody's scared of you. Well, majority of us are not. That you get a second chance at actual life and you choose to live it the way that you are. Like, I need to know what biblical context does that entail, right? Just curious. Again, to say that someone deserves it because of XYZ, it's a little bit of a reach. Yeah. Because, remission is just a moment that they've found free of radical cancer. Don't mean that you can't go in for a 6-month checkup and they go, oh, we see something. So, you might want to be careful when you walk
10 years
around
later.
that, you're free and clear. And try to put that jacket on other people because that jacket could be snug around your fat ass once again. And we have to look at you again in your hospital bed and all that kind of stuff where you was kind of like, begging but not begging because you couldn't pay for X, Y, and Z. We remember those days. Those of us who've been around long enough. Oh, we remember when you couldn't quite pay for this and that. So you went on YouTube and you just, talked about it to someone and they would just send the Cash App your way to help you along. Yeah. Oh, we remember.
You go funny as shit.
Make a voice. What? Don't want to answer what? What do we don't want to answer? I don't know. I'm listening. Did I see something?
He probably lit.
No. Because I'm trying to figure. He's like, you don't want to answer. What did he say? I don't know. Okay. But anyway, thank you for coming by. Yeah, but that's all I got. Oh, and Miss Bennett, you sent me something talking about, I think she was prank calling the people at the jury duty place. Talking about somebody sent her something, talking about she was going to put her in jail because she didn't show up for jury duty.
For jury? Oh no, they don't call you.
Right, but that's what the lady
They don't
was
call
trying
you.
to tell her, and she was like, "You gotta put me in jail. Y'all gotta put me in
No,
jail. You gotta catch me." And she was like, "Ma'am, we don't do
they
that.
don't do that.
We
They don't
don't do
really
that."
give a shit. They'll just mail you out another letter saying that
Right,
you should have
that
received
you
one,
should
and that's
receive.
it.
Yeah,
And they'll just put you back on the roll until next year or
right.
6 months from now. That's it.
So
They don't come and get you.
she was playing, but what I was like, oh, you may not want to do that too much. You do know nowadays they do record phone calls, and
Yes.
even if you're on
Yes.
your burner
And now
phone,
you will get a knock at the door from the
right,
sheriff.
right. Even though you're on a burner phone or a phone you think can't be tracked back to you, they will ping
Oh
it
yeah.
to the location or where you use it, and then they will just put two and two together that the person that's using that burner phone lives at this set address, because that's where most of the pings come from. So just be careful when you're doing that, trying to be funny. Again, another Wiley trying to make a viral moment, and your viral moment will end you somewhere you
On
don't want
the
to be for real.
6 o'clock news.
Yep, right. How about it? So it was funny, but in all seriousness, yeah, no, don't do that because they do record those things. So yeah, that's all I got. All I got.
Okay. You feeling better? Feeling good?
I felt
Feeling
I'm
refreshed? I bet you will sleep well
amazing.
tonight, won't you? I know you will.
Amazing. Yes, I will.
Hmm.
Yes, I will.
Okay. Rico, he'll be hitting you up in the DMs, Rico.
Don't tell my secrets. Don't tell my secrets.
Because he know he the next thing you'll see on Instagram is a flight, him
Oh,
taking pictures of the airplane window. He be coming right over.
like, where is he going? I'm coming
Mhm.
in
Uh-huh.
here.
Watch out. He looks a little spicy anyway.
Got a little spicy. But I mean, who would want to come see me? I mean, little old me. Gee, I know everybody. I
Yeah,
know it's okay.
between you and Diddy with all that oil.
I know it's between me and Diddy. I use coconut oil though. So I mean, I don't, I don't use baby oil. I don't know what that wrestling is about.
Yeah, they was
Mine is a
wrestling.
double positive. It's nourishing for the skin and
Mhm.
it's nourishing for other parts as well. So you get a win-win.
Oh,
You get
okay.
a win-win.
Is it vegan?
It is. It is freshly pressed. No
Ah!
GMOs
You-
here.
Hear that, Rico? Freshly pressed.
Yep, yep, yep. The best lubricant in the market.
Slip and slide.
1,000 bottles
Yeah,
of
that's
baby oil and lubricant.
yeah.
Who's doing
I
that?
told you
That's what
he
I'm
could
saying.
have got out of that one real
Some
easy.
people had to be taking like big old J Dunn size rubber penises.
Oh, those dragon dicks and all that stuff.
Those
Mm.
big old fist size things on my son.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they might have been
TD
into
Jakes.
all of
Yeah,
that.
go
So
ahead, Mr. Jakes.
when you say TD Jakes,
Swallowed up.
and he looks like the type to be sitting
Right?
in the sling. Well,
Yeah,
you had to
just
get a reinforced sling. That motherfucker look big as shit.
sitting in the sling and just getting plowed by these big
Mhm.
old, just beating it up.
Yeah,
Double
they did
fisting.
say they got him for violence for punching his victims.
Yeah, just
Yeah, he's punching that hole and
punching that hole.
slapping it. Make a rosebud for me.
Like make it sing, make it wink.
Mhm.
Just all
Yep.
crazy. God dang,
Mhm.
Diddy. But it
Isn't
makes
it?
you even think. Like now you start to even think about that and like murders of Biggie, and you're like, you probably had something to do with that because Biggie wanted to just leave. And being that Biggie at
Yeah.
the time was your cash cow and
Cash
making
cow.
you the money you was making, if he left, you would have nothing. So what did
It
you
has
go and do?
it's always been rumblings and grumblings of that. Always.
Yep.
So that is
You and
definitely
Suge
not.
Knight got together and was thinking, Hey, you know what? I heard Tupac about to leave too. He about to go do movies. No, we can't have that. We gotta
Yep.
stop these motherfuckers because they can't leave
Mm-hmm.
us. We
Because you
made
leeching,
them.
because you leeching off of somebody else.
That's it. That's it. He's been leeching off him ever since, even in
Yep.
death. You know how
Even
many
in death.
Biggie CDs he done did since then?
Mm-hmm.
Tons. Every time they play a lick or something in a movie, he gets paid for it. I mean, the family gets
And he's in
something,
there,
but I'm
and
sure
he's
he
in
gets
there
more.
dancing and shit. I used to hate the fucking Sam every time he was like, "Why are you in their videos?" God
And
damn.
he done unalived everybody who could possibly say something. Heavy D, heart attack. Boop,
Mm-hmm.
dead.
Mm-hmm.
The other dude, boop, dead. Try to get out, be sure, almost dead.
Yeah.
Kim Porter, boop. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking, yeah, she
There's a lot.
probably
There's a lot of bodies around them. That's the one thing you can say. It's a whole lot of bodies. Those are the ones that we know of.
right. That part indeed.
Those are the ones that we know of.
That
Most
part
people,
indeed.
you know, probably some little local things. There's probably more bodies added to the list.
Mm-mm-mm. God damn you, Diddy.
Hmm. But their skin
Mm.
was soft with all those essential oils.
Yeah, I'm sure he had nice soft skin in and out. I just want to know the list. Show me the list. Do like
Yeah, I want
Epstein,
to
where
see.
they just plastered the list all over, and you got to see all
Hmm.
the names, and they was like, "Ooh, look Trump! Ooh, look Trump! Ooh, look Trump!" Just circle all the names.
Yeah.
I just want to know who is the who been in there, and who been doing what. Now we already know from which I was supposed to say Kevin Hart. What's his name? Short guy with the perm. Cat Williams, one of his
Hmm.
specials when he did in Atlanta, when he was saying he was at a particular party. He didn't say what
Hmm.
party he was at, and he walked by a room and he saw Professor Ogilvy doing something crazy.
Hmm. Hmm. I believe him.
He didn't say who party he was at, but he did say
Hmm.
he walked in a room and he was looking and he saw it was Professor and he kept looking because he couldn't stop unlooking at what they was doing.
Because it's
I
like I don't
wonder
believe
why.
this shit. Nobody believe this shit.
He get that in his ass. How he get two of those? It's like
Hmm. Ass
I
is
didn't know he
incredible.
could
It can
do
do
that.
all sorts of things.
Right. I didn't know he could do that. Why am I so mesmerized by this? I don't know.
People with special talents.
Right. That is the question. But yeah, there are a lot of talented folks out here. Trust and believe, very talented folks. But yeah. So Miss, and in hindsight of everything, miss me with all the bullshit. And Reed, bring your ass back here. It's not that
Hmm.
serious. You spoke some shit on some people that you befriended, you moderated, or you've made moderators, and it is what it is. Hopefully you have, talked to them about this before, but if you didn't, oh well. Maybe you were a different person then. And you've changed. I don't know. Um, but
Gangsta Boo said they called you Lady Boo at the Diddy parties.
that lady boo.
Hmm.
Uh,
All right.
that lady
Get it
boo.
in. Get it in.
Get it
I'm sure
in.
you did.
Right. Boop dead.
Hmm.
Um,
That
but
that
yeah,
boop thing.
just bring your ass back, okay? Uh, bring your ass back. Say your piece and stand in it. So what? You said it. You said it. You said it because you meant it at the time. Oh hell.
Mm,
Point blank. Stand in your shit, right? Only you can stand in it. Like, smoking about only you can prevent forest fires. Only you can stand in your own shit, right? And you know the smell of it because it's your shit, right? So stand in it. Wallow around in your own shit. Okay? Not with
they
the
had to make their
pink
way to the
light.
darkest door. I know the
Oh,
pink light.
okay.
Mm.
I don't know about the pink light. That must be something because I
Walk
thought
down,
the
walk
red
down
light
that
was
hall.
where it was happening. If the light was red or blue, it was a problem. Like because my brother's room was on the front side of the house. So whenever I would come home, I would park my car and always look up first because then I would know by the color of light. If it was like, oh God, yeah. If it was like, oh God, he has company, or if it was like, okay, he got company, but they haven't done anything yet, so I can hurry up and go to my room and just close my door, or if it was like, oh shit, I gotta entertain this motherfucker about, because he would always do that too. Like if he was unsure, or if he wanted to be like, did mom go to work yet? Because my mother worked nights, but sometimes she wouldn't go, but she wouldn't say nothing because she wanted to catch him. Because my father be all high fiving him and shit. He wouldn't say nothing.
It is.
He
You can't
wouldn't
do it
say
in my. You
nothing.
couldn't do it
And
in
it
my house though.
tons of noise. I'd be like, see, if mommy was here, she'd curse you out. And he wouldn't say nothing. But one time, I didn't even know she stayed home. And he was like, I was like, no, because I think I had went to sleep and woke up and thinking, she had left. Boy, he was going at it too, and all I heard was boo 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 boo. You better take your ass to a hotel.
Right.
Oops. He's like, "Well, you ain't tell me. I didn't know.
Good night, gangster boo.
Good night. But
that is funny. Yeah, that's right. Take your ass to a hotel.
That used to be crazy.
If you're old enough to do it, you're old enough to pay for your old place to lay up. You won't be laying up in here.
No, I learned from his mistakes. I never did it at night. No. That's a given because it's like, well, no.
Then you can't be comfortable. You always have to have one ear.
Right. You always got to be kind of like
cocked.
hustling, like listening.
Got time for all that.
Like,
We'll be doing all that.
It'd be like, oh, you're going grocery shopping? Okay. I know I have 3 hours. And go.
Oh, we ain't doing all that. We ain't doing all that. You can't even get comfortable. You can't even nod out.
By the time I nod out, you're gone, and it's okay. And then especially if it was somebody that she liked, then if they were in the house. By that time, they would just come down. And they have a whole conversation. She just never. I mean, she probably did kind of know, but as long as it wasn't happening while she was
in the house,
she was just like, okay, whatever. But if she was in the house, oh yeah, you was getting embarrassed. So that's why I learned at a young age. Don't do it. Don't you do it because she will embarrass you. She's the type like if you was laying on her couch, she'd wake you up and be like, "Sleep at your house. Sleep in your bed. That's what it's for. Get off my couch."
Like, that's right. You're not gonna be laying up. You're not gonna be laying up here.
No, she would wake like she'd wake. This one girl was asleep and my mother walked by. She said hello, and the girl didn't say hello fast enough. She backed up. She said, I said hello. I shouldn't even have to speak to you. You should be speaking to me.
That's right.
But I said hello. You respond, and she's like, "Now pick your head up, sleep at home, or get some rest at night." Okay, all right.
She's being real nice. You want a black mama to get upset, especially in those days. Walk in the house and you don't speak to them, and you in their house. Whose child are you? Who do you belong to?
I had to tell a lot of my young friends, listen, I got her to let you in, okay? Speak, say hello. And that's it. You don't even have to make small talk. But please do not go in there and don't say nothing because I can't save you. I can't save you.
Yeah. It's over. It's done.
She will treat you like it was me. And I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Sorry. So enter in at your own risk. But yeah, that used to be funny. But anyway, that's like I said, that's all I got. And it's been 2 hours and 40 minutes. So you guys got a bonus tonight. And please make sure that you like the video. If you share it, that's great.
Share and subscribe.
Yes, if you subscribe, that's even awesome.
Hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs down, hit the
And I know
whatever.
a lot of times more people only subscribe when you're talking shit, but I don't talk shit all the time. So, sometimes you'll get some realness and other times you'll get this kind of stuff. But it's all a mixture. You got to be well balanced, okay?
Yeah.
You can't
just for your sanity.
Right.
Just for your sanity.
Right.
Can't have all the doom and gloom all the time.
Right, exactly. A day without laughter is a day wasted. So now remember, Big it's still your birthday. You still got.
Now you supposed to be eating that stuff if you're on Ozempic.
You see the shit she eat and she on Ozempic? That's why the shit ain't working for her now. Her neck is black again. This returning. It's like
that's crazy.
Like a gremlin. And she had water after midnight.
I know one we forgot real quick. The Shannon Sharp.
That was a setup. That was a setup. I don't care what nobody say. Shannon Sharp did that shit because people was talking about he was gay.
He was zesty. That he was big and zesty.
That's all that was. Because the way he was just like, I was just putting it. I was just doing. Uncle was just doing work. Uncle just doing work. No, you had a private moment that you was having with whatever random snow bunny you was call yourself plowing that you made public. That anybody who was around or know that you went to go see this girl or the girl went to go see you has now been exposed, because it's only going to take a matter of time for somebody to come forward and say, this is the girl that he was actually doing. So all that stunt and show to prove that you were not, gay because you was walking around going to basketball games and other things with your fucking stylist. Like,
well, didn't he get rid of his stylist?
He did, because people was talking about how he was gay. But if you go into basketball games and other shit and other functions with this motherfucker, all you pay him to do is style you. That's it. When he put clothes together, he go about his business. Why the fuck is he at games and other events with you? That's because you know what you're doing.
They can play ball.
Right.
So they can play ball.
So they playing with balls, okay? That's what you was doing.
But he's 50-something. Okay. He's 50-something years old.
That's okay. If you want to play with balls, you can play with balls. If you like to play with balls on them young boys and stick your ding-lang in their booty holes, that's your business. And you should be able to do so. But for now, to get this old snow bunny wrapped up in your bullshit.
Because it didn't even sound right. His whole apology.
Michelle. That's you, Michelle. Oh, yeah, that's my Michelle. Bitch, what the fuck? Who says that? She didn't know her name.
You know what? Michelle probably had a dick.
She know her name, right. And we don't even know if Michelle had a whole dick. We just know she sound like a woman. That's my Michelle. Yeah. That's your Michael.
Titties up top, dick down the bottom.
Right.
Just in case you had a camera slip.
Be a motherfucking problem. That's Michael. That's not Michelle. That's Michael, bitch. That was just the rule. So
what in the world?
We can prove we're not gay. But you ain't see no face. You ain't see no ass. You ain't see nothing. All you did was hear shit. Okay, that's what we doing. That's what we doing. Right. To prove that what? You're not gay. So you there's plenty of trans women that sound very womanly.
Oh yeah, that can pass.
Yeah.
No problem.
Voice and all. So you ain't
now the only thing that's a dead giveaway is that 7 to 8 inches.
Shadow.
And that's all they want anyway. He probably said, I like feeling titties on my back.
Yeah, he like it's the gift that keep on giving.
Titties on my back.
Right. Titties on my back. Titties on my back.
Make it clap. All right.
Right. Make it clap with the titties on my back. Hey. But I mean Hercules, get it. So, but I mean, like, come on, sir. I'm not buying that. You could say that for somebody else, not here. Not here, Shannon Sharp. No, it's okay.
I swear when I heard that, because I was like, what's first thing I said was, what's wrong? His numbers dropping or something?
Right. Stand in your shit. First of all, for you to excommunicate yourself from that guy because people were talking about him and you instead of just standing up and defending the man. Because clearly, if he's just styling you, what's the big issue?
Yeah.
You're paying him to do a service, right? And if you're treating the boy like a son, father, brother, whatever it is,
yeah,
what the fuck? I don't care. That's not going to change how I feel about him, what he does for me, and I pay him. That's my stylist.
Right.
But it's a basic client and relationship. We just happen to be friends. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. But when you hurried up and excommunicated yourself from him and fired him because people were talking, let you know it was a little more something else going on.
Something that's there. That's what made everybody perk up.
Right. And then you out there still wearing them tight ass clothes after you done fired the motherfucker. That's because that's your normal look. That's your normal get up. Hey, again, it's okay. The fuck, we in 2024. You don't think them motherfuckers walking around ain't had titties at the top and dick at the bottom, or if it once in the blue? I'm sure a lot of these motherfuckers that's got the money done had dick at the top and titties at the bottom and just ain't held nobody. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah. Miss Boo, you just laid down with no panties on, but go ahead and handle your business.
Yeah, right. You said that was a man. Who was the man? Are you talking about the person he was doing? It might have been. Yeah. That's my Michelle. That's my Michelle. Like who really says that?
Whatever the bedroom name is.
Yeah, right. Who really talks like that? And then it's
don't
like
matter.
You moved the phone, but you didn't bother to look at the phone to see if in fact it was on. You knew it was on. You did that.
But how many damn buttons do you have to press on Instagram Live?
First of all, how you get on Instagram before you even started doing it? What was you kissing her and all shit, and it's still on Instagram? What was you doing this, making selfies and shit? And then they started to get real hot and heavy, so you put the phone down as you press and live.
Don't you have to press like all these little filters and shit? Because it asks you 5,000 questions before you start. That's why I could never fool with it.
You sure do. Even this shit still tell you if you use your phone to do it, you're live or you're going live or press this.
Yeah, you have like 3 or 4 actual that you have to confirm before it even goes live.
Where you lay across something and automatically boop. Oh,
yeah, you hit one button.
Bullshit.
But not only that, it sounded like cheap porno, 1970s.
It sounded
circa 1970s. Very staged.
And they all eating it up with their chauvinistic guys. Yeah, Uncle, you was tearing that up, and he just yeah, Uncle was handling it.
Oh no, Uncle's probably getting tore up. He got some of that Diddy oil.
Right.
That's what he got. Right. He got some of that Diddy oil.
You want some Diddy oil?
I thought I told you loosen up before you came over.
That Diddy oil make sure you get in any hole you desire. Front, back, middle, ear hole, nostrils, just anything you have a kinkling for. You just get ready. Thanks.
Just get some Diddy oil.
Diddy oil. That's the commercial. So today's show has been brought to you by Big Bitch Cakes and Diddy oil.
Diddy oil. You dumb. Goodbye. Time to go.
All right. But in all seriousness, you guys have a great night. Thanks for hanging out.
Yes. Please be safe.
As always, be safe. Protect yourselves. Remember to check your registration to make sure that you are on the rolls to register to vote. Please don't leave it up to the last minute because the states are doing some finagling to ensure
they moving funny. All of
that
them moving funny.
Republican candidate make it on through the doors. Okay. And by any means necessary, they will do that. So in that same vein, by any means necessary, you make sure that you are counted so you can do what you need to do to ensure that whomever you're voting for gets their chance to govern this country. All right. Any parting words, sir?
Diddy oil. It's going on sale.
Yes.
It will definitely be a markdown. So y'all make sure y'all stock up. Because you know it'll be a collector's item.
Yeah.
That boy
right.
decent time. That shit gonna be expensive as hell.
You did it all. Because you a bad
Bree,
boy. Take that.
Bree, you have a happy birthday. Enjoy.
Oh, somebody's birthday?
Bree.
Oh, Bree? Oh, yeah, big bitch. Happy birthday. Enjoy. Don't
your
eat
birthday.
too much. Don't eat too much. No, that's hard for you. Don't do it. All right. But have a good birthday. Play on the beach. Say hi to your cousins and shit. Willie and them.
Goodbye. Because you steadily talking and sipping.
Boom, boom. Other elephants and shit. Just talk to all of them. Hippopotamuses and everybody. All right. But anyway, have a great night. Enjoy your birthday. I'm just fucking with you because you fucked with me. Could have just left me alone. I was vacationing, minding my business. But no, not at all. And I'm not talking about the other one because who is he? Nobody pays attention to him. He got to talk about other things just so people can pay attention to him. He's got the Miss O on his platform on a regular basis so people can pay attention to him. Okay. Girl, next, moving right along. Anyway, so you guys have a great night. God bless and good night. Be safe.
Take care.
It's fall time, so get your masks close by because it's mask time. Get it close. Get it close. All right. But until next time, have a great week. God bless and peace.